chat. I'm in the chat, and the chat is where it's at. What's up, OTDA? You won't come to us, we will definitely come to you. What's good? Chat. I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat. The chat is where it's at. What's up, OTDA? You won't come to us, we will definitely come to you. How is that still playing? What's good, chat? I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat. Where it's at. Holy shit! Which one's it on?
That wasn't me.
That was fucking epic.
Coming from.
That was an epic echo.
That wasn't me.
That was fucking epic.
Coming from.
That was an epic echo.
Epic.
That wasn't me.
That was fucking epic.
Coming from. It's still coming. I don't know what I have open. Epic. Are you sure it's not one of you guys? It's still coming. I don't know.
No, DJ, this is all you, my friend.
Oh, wait a minute. Here it is, I'll bet.
Oh, there we go.
Shit.
Oh, there.
I had to go into like 15 different pages to find that. That was nuts. It was like all hidden and shit. And we're back. Holy shit.
DJ, just restart the man. You're professional.
Right? Yeah. We can't have that. We can't have that unprofessional shit going down at 11 o'clock at night.
That is a great way to, like, that is your best forget to mute YouTube yet.
That was by far the most epic of all fails, for sure. I could not find it anywhere. Like, it was on a page that had my one page that had like multiple tabs on the same page. And I could not find it. Oh, it's terrible. It's still coming. That's what she said. We got Broke Black Man already laying it down.
Well, you did say prior to that was DJ. You did say prior to that comment of it's still coming was who has it opened. So I'm just saying.
That is just all in all, just minding the gutter shit. Holy shnikes. Yeah, I'm still kind of like frazzled. I was like, my fingers were going quick. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That was nuts. Of course, the one page got multiple tabs open. Hey-ya! So how was Molestown tonight? When you went in and you looked at everybody else that had 6-packs and 8-packs, were the moles still mulling?
I don't know. I was asking Polish people outside the bar, and I said, seeing as I was chilling in Molestown, that was me code word to DJ when I was at the bar for anybody unaware. And nobody was speaking about the giant tentacle Asian porn that was reeking outside. And I was like, what about Euron? And then apparently nobody kind of drank that juice. So I was standing there looking like a weirdo. You know what I'm saying?
And it continues.
Yeah, well, it's a theory, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? Euron Greyjoy is overrated. Yeah, I said that.
Euron Greyjoy.
Sorry, DJ, before you even contemplate it, and Andy, Euron Greyjoy is overrated.
And so it has been said.
Overrated in what aspect? Like altogether? Like villain?
Just getting started, and I'm already empty.
No. I mean, overrated in the sense of like it is villain, Andy. Sorry, I don't know why I said no at the start of that statement. I mean, yes, on the villain. I think he will be the villain after the Night King. But like, I scratched my head on it, you know, going The Forsaken, an amazing chapter. Is that Euron is one of them dudes. He's like Ric Flair in wrestling. You know what I'm saying? He's only as good of his appearance through the foes around him. So if he's wrote well and he does well and he entertains, which is what Euron is doing, he will look great. But when you really break him down, he's really overrated. He's drinking purple wine. He's fucking around with magics. And he's telling mad dreams that are vague as fuck that will probably lead to nowhere. So I think he's overrated.
So the Batman of...
I didn't say that, Andy. I love Batman.
Yeah, but everything you described, aside from like the visions and magic shit, was like Batman. His foes make him who he is.
No, that's just you. That's just you.
Because we got Euron, Batman, Greyjoy.
I'll give you on Rhaegar, but not Batman.
Is the show you're on going to end up dump Cersei and try to get with Dany? Oh, you got Sir LT Giles just hit the chat saying happy birthday, Johnny. What's up, LT?
Respect there, Mr. Jules. Salute to that respect, though, my friend. This is my new name. I was banned because I spoke to DJ. So now Jonnie Indie Boots, my friend. And a shout out to Brock Blackman. I see you there. And anybody else? D to the A. Join the chat. If you don't join the chat, you're a racist. And Euron is not Batman. Fuck off, Andy.
He is Batman in the way you described him.
No, that's you manipulating the narrative.
Exactly.
You bastard.
That's what I do here.
Can I ask you and DJ a question? When I was going to work, obviously there was a lot of great comments going across, and I know what it's like when it's hard to go along with it. I asked a question in it, and if I could ask y'all again while you can hear me, is do you believe that the Valyrian Doom was started by the Faceless Men?
I do. Like the Masters got theirs, right? I think that's what that was all about. I don't know how they did it. That seems like something they would do before, because that's where their start, right? It's not like they were just these assassins at the beginning. If that's the beginning of their tale, that's a pretty good beginning.
It fits, doesn't it? Like it does fit. Like I'm in agreement with you, Andy. It fits. And kind of like I seen it on a Rawrist video, and maybe Rawrist took that from someone else. So I claim no credit for that question. I just wanted to know what Andy or DJ thought about it, because I think it's very interesting and plausible.
I think that's like I thought that most people probably thought that when he goes to describe it, like how the slaves and then the masters eventually getting theirs as well. And he's essentially claiming credit for it, right? That's almost what that sounds like.
Yep, I agree.
So,
and it makes sense then why Jacques in the books is so interested, with dragons. I'm like it does kind of fit with the play that they are putting. And I think J.R.R. Martin, when he was writing this, he did not know how epic his show would be on TV. And he's kind of like, shit, everybody's figuring out my shit. Winds of Winter is on hold. I'm going to kill everybody they think is going to live. That's it. But that's another theory.
Burn them all!
Yeah. DJ, do you believe in that the Faceless Man, like they're the cause of the Valyrian Doom?
No. I do not.
Wait, what? Did DJ just say a straight no to a logical theory? Whoa! What?
Yeah.
Why not, DJ? Who do you believe started it, or did it start?
I believe it was just a natural disaster that happened. And the Faceless Men didn't start until after basically the Doom of Valyria. I mean, they were still, because it was one of the slaves in the Doom that basically gave another one of the slaves that was in one of the mines in Valyria the gift of death, and that's where it all started from. So, I mean, it seems like it was kind of towards the end of that when the Faceless Men even started, but I don't think they're the ones that started. I think it was just a natural disaster.
Yeah, but wouldn't like that, if you were a god trying to make a reputation for yourself, right? This is kind of like the American Gods kind of thing where, the more people believe in you, the more powerful you are, that type thing.
Right.
So if you're gradually, and all you're known for is from the slaves in the mine, then you start to gain power. And now you have all this power as a god. And how do you get everybody else to believe in you? Well, you take out the most powerful people in this whole continent. And then now everybody knows about the Faceless Men. Or
but if you take everybody out, who's left to tell the story? So how would they know it was even the Faceless Men that did it?
The Faceless Men are there. I feel like if you got, that's a good way to sell your business too as an assassin.
I mean, have they ever pumped that? Have they ever bragged about that or said that?
I don't know, but we didn't know. No, probably not that we know of, but the people would have known back then, I think.
How? That's what I'm saying. Who, if nobody's around to tell the story, how would they know?
The faceless men, the people, they just started their business.
Well, it's not really they. It was like one slave that gave the gift of death to another slave.
Mm-hmm. And they go on from there.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense, right? That would, if that's where that starts, right? Giving the gift of death, wouldn't it culminate in like everybody from that land dying and then the faceless men all of a sudden appear? Like, that seems.
Well, I mean, anything's possible. It's fantasy, man. I'm just saying, as far as I go, that's just one I'm not really 100% behind.
I just think it was too obvious. Like, it seemed like he was taking credit for it when he says it, though. Like, he talks about how.
When who says that?
Jackin. He talks about how it all started, and then he says, and then the masters got theirs, or eventually the masters got theirs, something like that. It sounds a lot like he's taking credit for it.
Well, could be.
Well, could I ask to the both of y'all, like, why would G.O.R. Martin make it specific with like the hook nose when he's literally talking about Jacques and Hagar? Why would he go on that kind of story arc? What would that story arc mean for Jacques at this point if there was no? It is G.O.R. Martin. I agree with Andy in an old chat. He is one of the vaguest cunts ever. So what would be up with that? Like with Jacques and Hagar, why does he care what's going on with the Citadel and finding out about dragons? Like, is that for nothing? That's to you, DJ, seeing as you're against them.
Oh, my bad. I was getting the fucking shit lit up. What was that again?
It was Jacques and Hagar. Like, why is he at the Citadel, like, looking for books about dragons and shit? Like, is that for nothing? Like, there's obviously...
No, that's absolutely, and we don't know. I mean, that's a theory that he's there looking for dragon books. That's never been said. Nobody knows what he's doing there. Nobody knows that it's Jacques and Hagar. We're theorizing that the guy that killed Pate was Jackin, but we don't know.
That's how Jonnie started. That's why what he was talking about the hook nose for. He was talking about that's a very specific detail they gave to him, and then it was mentioned again, like with George R. Martin being so vague, and he points out these like specific things about him.
Right? Yeah, you're definitely supposed to notice that, absolutely, and that's how I think people all came to the fact that that is Jackin, and he is at the Citadel, and a lot of people think he's there to get a dragon book about dragons, and the big question is he there to get a book about dragons to learn how to kill them, or is he there to get a book about dragons to learn how to wield them and ride them and hone them to his will? Which I almost think that makes more sense.
I got an unimportant question to the overall story, but like, if we take the show into account, and Arya's she has to kill the actress, right? Who seems like a good person. Why is it that the other girl can afford the faceless men? I get it, their prices vary, right?
That's just it. You just answered it right there. All they ask for is basically half your wealth. I mean, it's supposed to be the price according to who it is. Even if it's a king, then you may have to give up everything you have. Now, if you're a millionaire or a high lord, everything you have is a whole lot more than if you're just somebody from Flea Bottom. But everything you have is everything you have, and I think that's the way they base their payment.
That makes sense, because remember Littlefinger said it costs a hefty penny to get one of them. Yeah, maybe it costs a hefty penny from your point of view. Like,
right.
That makes sense.
And it's a hefty penny from anybody. I mean, if you only have $20 to your name and somebody says you got to give me that whole $20, I mean, you know, back then, and it's not so easy to make $20 or 20 dragons or however you want to look at it. I mean, that's a big deal. So you got to really want it. They're going to make sure, you know, is this something you really want? I mean, it's going to cost you everything. If you're willing to give up everything, then yeah, we'll grant you this wish.
No, that makes sense. And like, there's such an interesting cult. Like, they are a cult, isn't it? I'm trying to phrase them nice because we like Jag and Hagar, but let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, they're a fucking cult.
Absolutely.
Like, are we all in agreement on that? They're a cult.
Yeah, absolutely.
But their meaning of do you remember they were slaves? They looked after slaves and they gave the gift of death to the slaves who died in horrible conditions. Could you see why that fits with the Valerian Doom theory, DJ?
Holy shit.
Valerian Doom?
Yeah, you know the Valerian Doom theory, because technically they like Targaryens are slavers.
Mm-hmm.
They're Valerians, yeah.
Valerians, yeah, not just Targaryens, yeah.
Right, Valerians, yeah.
But they're slavers, like. And the Targaryens was kind of like, well, we have dragons, let's fuck the rest of the world up. No, go, Andy, go.
To add to you why it could be, I'm going to go off of what DJ said. Faceless men are basically a tool for the poor people. If you have to give half your wealth in order to hire one of them, that is something that kings are not going to be able to do. But poor people are. If you only have 2 coppers to your name, right, and you give one of them to a faceless man, how long does it take you to beg for 1 more copper? So it gives that lower people an opportunity to rise up, which is exactly what the backup actress was doing. She was usurping somebody. So they help people rise into powerful positions. So that would even point to the doom of Valyria even more. Like, what if every slave was like, yeah, I'm going to give you half of nothing to kill this person. And if there's more slaves than there are Valyrians, then they got to kill all the Valyrians. I mean, if that's how their system started.
Kill the master. Whoa.
But I'm just saying, though, with the Valerian Doom, that could be geography disasters. Like I put that 50-50. That's where I'm at. I'm not like 100% it was a geography disaster, because we're in a world of magic and craziness. So I put a 50-50 with the Faceless Men being in on that, to be honest.
Being in on the end of the Valyria, the Doom of Valyria?
Yeah, that kind of fucked them, because they had the potential to rule the world. Look what the Targaryens did as one house alone from that world.
Well, they got greedy, but I mean, just like the Lannister gold mines, shit dries up. And they got greedy and they dug too deep and dug too far into the earth, and all that lava started kicking back up, and then all the lava and all the volcanoes started going off. That was like a geological disaster from too much fracking, basically.
But they have dragons, DJ. Why is the Targaryen? Sorry, Andy, for a second. It's like they have dragons. Like they can fly away.
Yeah, but they couldn't. All the volcanoes erupted at the same time, and the dragons that were flying around weren't ready for it. They were just flying at their normal altitude, and then boom, out of nowhere, you had 14 flames going off, basically 14 volcanoes shooting up, and they said it took a lot of dragons out. And then a lot of the other dragons probably couldn't breathe because of all the smoke and smog in the air.
And the sulfur, that'd kill you.
Yeah.
Who dug into those volcanoes? The slaves.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And where did the Faceless Men come from?
The slaves.
Okay, so they made it happen.
Oh, okay. There you go. Okay, I like that.
Andy,
I like that.
Andy, when you let that slave shit in, I was yes.
Clever little bastard. That was good. He brought it full circle.
Don't worry, DJ. DJ, this conversation will turn every way. I'll say something and you and Andy will go with it, so don't worry. But
I'm still I'm more on the baby tip right now. I am just confused. But
if DJ had a dragon right now, it'd be called DJ Jar Jarian. The fuck out of here.
Dude, Jon Snow.
For real though, DJ, like that would not like specifically it took out every dragon except the Targaryens. And I know they were on an offshore base, but every dragon, come on. Every dragon?
Yeah.
Every house. Like someone had to
Oh, it
survive
melted
it.
Valeria was like, that was ground zero. That was like the base of where it went down. Valeria was gone. The whole place was like sucked under lava and volcano. There was no place to run. So yeah, all of them gone and dead. I'm sure there was a couple that bounced that were over in Essos or that were over in the Red Waste, and that's why they have dragon bones over there. There's a few that got away, but no, yeah, everybody in Valeria was got. But the Targaryens had Daenerys the Dreamer way back in the day, and they listened to her, and they bounced the fuck out. They're like, it's coming. So they had years. Like, they were out like 10, 20 years early. Like, they got out of there because she had the dreams, and 20 years later or whatever, it happened, and boom. They got to keep all their dragons, and everybody else was done.
And then put that story centuries upon centuries later, and it's like there's another dragon leader who's ruling the world, and she is changing the balance of equality. The faceless men, hook nose, feast for crows. It makes sense.
Do you think like maybe the Red God was like saved the Targaryens so to get us to this point? Like we need Dany with her dragons. Like there has to be a reason that they got out of there.
The reason the Targaryens got out of there?
Yeah, like why she had the vision and was like, hey, we gotta go.
Targaryens over the years have
Rhaegar
had
had
visions
sex
and
with
dreams
Lyanna.
like that.
Isn't it? It's the same reason Rhaegar had sex with Lyanna. Like, let's not fuck around.
But what
Yeah,
I mean is like the Red God is making it happen. The Red God, if you think of volcanoes, right? That's flames and shit, right? The Red God took out all the Valyrians. So
And
if
you were saying it was the Red God behind it all. Sorry, now I'm copping on. The Red God was behind it all.
well, death is, it's like Jaqen says, is you owe the Red God lives. So they all need all the gods need their lives, and that was just Valyrians. That was their death, is by fire, and so their all souls or whatever all went to the Red God. But the Red God knows that it has an enemy in Westeros. So if you can see what's going to happen, you can make sure that Dany exists to have her dragons to come save Westeros in the future. So, thousands of years ago, the Red God, or I always think of the Red God as a girl. I don't know.
Just call it it. Call it it.
Hey, real quick before you answer that, Ricky Hunt's in the chat and he says he can't stay. He's tired as fuck, but happy birthday, Johnny.
Thank you, Ricky. Yeah, salute, my friend. Sorry if I'm missing the chat. Absolute salute and one love to y'all. I'm just in the lucky, precarious position to be on the panel and shoot shit with a mic in my face, so it sounds like I'm talking like a proper person and not a leprechaun. Well, thank you, my friend.
I got an extra mic I'm gonna send DJ.
Oh, do I sound choppy?
No, I just have an extra mic, and I was gonna send it to Johnny, but now he has a big fancy mic, so.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
It's a portable one too. It's not like, I don't know. It has like its own stand that flips out and shit. It's pretty cool.
You know what's better is you know what, I have it absolutely chiseled into my old PlayStation 4 box. I just grabbed the knife. I was like, chuck, 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 and then I just stuck it in. And then it's now between my legs. Like, I'm not joking. Look, it's between my legs just to kind of keep it. It looks professional underneath, but underneath it's not really professional. Anybody who plays Xbox is a pussy. But does it sound better if I just do this lean in talk shit? Like,
well, lean back.
Yeah, lean back. When you leaned in, it got a little crack.
All right. Don't tell me what to crack.
Like Big Pun, lean back. Lean back. Fat Joe it.
Yeah, Fat Joe rip off.
Ricky wants to know if the mic's a birthday present.
No, man, I've been using this mic ages. It's just every time I've been talking to people, I just kind of set the stand away and put it at the back of my table. And if they could understand me, I was like, sweet, I can talk shit. Like, that's being honest. But everybody's so professional now, like DJ Andy, and everybody's voice sounds so crisp and clear. So I want to be in the crisp and clear crew. I want to be in, like.
It's like, I just joined the cool kids club. Leading the cool kids club.
I had a subscriber yesterday tell me that me with a clear voice sucks. I need to go back to my fucking headset voice. It sounds better.
Put some of that dirty Tormund back in the voice. Get raw.
No, Andy sounds the same to me. Let me put my headphones in and say that again.
Yeah, but it's depending on the mic. Hold on. Let me change my mic in.
Dabba dabba do time. A dabba do time.
If anybody that is not aware, my name is Snafuzi with an underscore and then a C. It's like Snafu and then an underscore and a C. And if anybody is really good at The Witcher, well, then I'm better than you at it. And if you game stream, well, then I will troll you. Tell me the link to your channel.
I don't claim to be the best. I'm just decent, barely decent. I was playing. Okay, before I came over here. I was playing God of War, and I didn't even remember how to pull out my axe again. So I'm fighting like a big boss guy with my fist because I couldn't remember how to pull out my axe. And a guy kept saying, "Pull out your axe," and I'm like, "I can't remember how." And a subscriber had to tell me, "Push right." It just told you that like 10 minutes ago. So for 10 minutes, I had been using my fists.
Can I say I have no pity for Andy when it comes to video games because I remember when I bought Final Fantasy 15 long ago, and even when we were on the intro cutscene introducing the game, before I pressed anything, Andy was in the chat. Johnny, you suck at this game. I was like, we're still in the story intro, mate. And I just knew where Andy's intent was set. Fuck you.
Exactly. So how do I sound now? Better or worse?
You know what annoys me is, the competitive side of my gamer attitude. I was like offended, going, "Fuck you, Andy. I'll whip you at Rocket League," and then Andy beat me at Rocket League. Shit. But can we bring it back? And DJ, thank you for doing this stream. First and foremost, one love to you. You know I always shout you out. But could I ask a sincere question? You asked it now. Our humility. I was on another stream, the podcast that drinks and knows things, and I asked them that question. They were on season 2, episode 9 and 10, and they invited me in. So them streams ended up 2 hours longer than they should be, because as soon as Stannis is mentioned, but I did pose your question, and I got a good answer, DJ. I remember you posed a great question when you said Davos knows the seas. Why wasn't he leading it? And a great answer I got back, and Andy and DJ and the chat is, I would like y'all to just hear it out and reply accordingly. Is that the reply I got was because Davos knows how to get in and out of hard cracks, so you would want him at the front rather than the back because he's leading the fleet. And I thought, what a fucking great answer. Does that not make sense?
It sounds reversed.
Yeah, but you can lead from the front. It all depends. I think doesn't he say something? He's close enough to the guy in control of what's happening that Davos can yell at him. Doesn't that happen? So
and lead him through it.
If he's good at getting in and out of cracks, shouldn't he be in the back?
Why though? If he knows the in and out of the cracks, then follow his lead.
Yeah, but he says hey, something's fucking suspicious. They're not meeting us with their full force. They should be meeting us with their full force. He notices that there's 2 new things there. What are these things doing? He notices, I think he even notices the chain. And he's like, well, it's not up, so they're not trying to keep us out. He notices all that stuff. He tries to tell the other guy, something's messed up. This seems like a trap. And the other guy's like, no, fuck it. We're going to take the river. Keep going.
If you've seen my video, you already know Davos is dead.
Oh, but he's the last of the Targaryen bloodline, DJ.
I don't know how people don't see that. Everybody thinks that's like
here he goes.
You're gonna see it when it comes out. You're gonna find out Davos is most definitely 100% a Targaryen. He is a dragon seed from Flea Bottom. He is probably from Aegon the Unworthy's grandfather or whatever, but he's definitely a dragon seed from Flea Bottom. That is exactly why when he was in the... Dude, you don't remember?
DJ, it's not my birthday without you telling me how Davos is a Targaryen, so I thank you for
birthday,
that.
I love you, and let's get into it.
I thank you for it. Like, I've not heard it for a while. I appreciate this bullshit.
Oh, there's no bullshit about it. When he gets taken to the dungeons and Dragonstones, he gets he wakes up with all those leech bites on him, and he just thinks the maesters are trying to heal him or make him better. No, that was Melisandre sucking that king's blood out of him with leeches. And then Melisandre comes down afterwards and tells him that Stannis the king's fires are burning too low. She can't do nothing with him. So she invites Davos up to her chambers and says, I will show you such delights. She's trying to have sex with him, and we know she doesn't have sex with anybody unless they have motherfucking king's blood. So
yeah,
don't
no.
He ain't a king. He's a
Melisandre. Wait, Davos, I called you Davos. I meant to say DJ.
Oh, you're already so
Davos
like, holy
yeah,
shit,
Davos
right.
won, yeah. Davos won though. What's like?
He's a glamour giant.
No, stop, Andy, stop. You're fucking me up. But it's like for real, DJ. I love the grounds, and you see me video. I love where you come from. You're one of the most amazing people. When it comes to depth, but it's like you would smoke people when it comes to history and knowledge on Game of Thrones. So I give you that. It's just where you veered off. That's I would like to see a video about that. Because that fucked you up royally on every thought possible after. And it's with Davos. It's like maybe she just wanted to fuck him to just kind of, as Cersei said, a woman's wart is between her legs. Well, not a woman's wart. That's a... Please edit that out. I said that wrong, didn't I? I said that completely wrong. But you know what I meant, though. You know what I meant. And like, obviously, she's going to be aware of that because living over in Essos, it's kind of like a barren, kind of unruly land with false laws in front of him. So Melisandre maybe was having sex with Davos to try and keep him on side.
No. All right.
Mr. Sanity. Okay, Mr.
Davos
Sanity.
can't stand this woman, and she knows that he's the one person she can't lure like that. And she did. She tried. She went down to the thing. This is a man in a dungeon at your most desperate. You can only imagine, just in a dark, deep cell, all by yourself, no light, no nothing. I mean, when you're in jail, all you want is out of jail. You don't want to be down there. And not only is she offering him an out, but offering to take him back to her chambers and show him delights like he's never seen before, and he still knew better. He's like, oh, no, I know you. I see you coming a mile away. No, she wanted some King's Blood D. That's all that was.
I don't know what clubs you DJ at, but I respect your opinion and respectably disagree. And yeah, I do love the comment there. The DJ just wanted to say seed. I agree with that.
See, you don't want to agree, but you cannot refute the facts.
Okay, so
and the facts are there.
Let's take this to its logical conclusion.
All right.
When Winds of Winter comes out, Stannis is not going to sacrifice Shireen. He's going to sacrifice Davos in the fire.
Ooh.
How sick would that be?
I like that. That's crazy. That's Andy 1-1 over there. I appreciate that thought. I think Melisandre's gonna sacrifice Shireen when Stannis is away at war, and he's gonna be pissed, and he's gonna open up the stones for Jon Snow to walk to become the man he was supposed to be. Like, Stannis is a plot device to Jon Snow at this point, but everything Stannis stood for, it kind of is in alignment with Jon Snow. So if there's traits you like about Jon Snow, well then Stannis is kind of like the battle-hardened teacher that Jon Snow was lucky to have when he nodded his head when Janos Slynt lost his. And that was gangster. I'll never forget that. And
yeah, that was gangster.
Eris says, a woman's worth is between her legs. Good to know. I don't know if that's shade, Eris. Is that shade? Ricky says, there's a Davos Baratheon. Oh, no. I'm not even... Davos Baratheon. What the fuck? Ricky, what did they do to you?
Hold on.
Davos Baratheon.
if Davos is a Targaryen,
which he is,
Andy, don't even play.
hold on. So I have a couple things. The reason I said that he would kill Davos is because one, they make such a point to show the relationship between, like, or how Stannis feels about Shireen. Like, that's not something that, at least in the book, I don't see that happening. I don't, but whatever. With how strict or how much Stannis follows the rules or whatever, would he give up his claim to the throne and give it to Davos if he found out that Davos was a Targaryen?
what now? Would he do?
That
what
would be a great chapter. Sorry, will DJ finds his sanity? I'm gonna grab a cigarette. Andy, that's a great question. Say that again to DJ and ruin his dreams.
I'm saying, if Davos was a Targaryen, Stannis found out that he is a Targaryen.
He did when they were looking through the Book of Bastards with Jon Arryn. That's exactly when he found out he was a.
Would he give him the throne?
Would he give Davos the throne?
Yeah.
No, he wants his daughter on it. As far as he's concerned, the daughter is going to be younger and outlive Davos. So no, he would never even consider that.
Yeah, but if we're gonna say that technically Cersei should have the throne, right? Because by rights of conquest, even if you just consider like the first book where she got Robert killed, right? Conquest. They killed the king, their throne, right? So Davos has no right over the throne. I mean, not Davos. Stannis has no right of the throne as much as Davos doesn't. So if all the Lannisters are out of the way, does Stannis say, hey, we got to do the right thing here? Davos, you're a Targaryen. You take the throne.
No, because as long as Stannis is living, he thinks he deserves the throne.
Well, he thinks he deserves it because it's his brother was the king.
Yeah,
he has no true
he believes when his brother died, he should have got it, and everything else is obsolete after that. So he's never going to think that it shouldn't go to him or his daughter. I don't see him ever contemplating or entertaining any other thoughts other than whether him or his daughter being on the throne.
But if because he believes like that's the code or that's how it's supposed to be done. If someone came to him with some facts like, hey, if Robert earned the throne, then so did the Lannisters. So it wouldn't go to you. You're not the rightful king anymore. Or you never were.
Perhaps, but he was saying he was king when Cersei was claiming to be queen. So, like I said, he's going to null and void everything that Cersei does because it's not law because she's not the rightful king or queen.
When she killed Robert, conquest, she got the...
No, because she still didn't take it. She gave it over to Joffrey, and then it went to Tommen, and then she didn't conquest anything. She just sat on her ass on the seat.
She conquered the king.
She never conquered the king. She didn't kill Tommen.
No, she killed Robert.
And then it went to Joffrey, and then it went to Tommen. So, I mean, I don't get...
She can give up her throne to somebody else.
She can give up her throne?
Sure, why not?
No, she just sat her ass in the seat. It's not really her throne.
It is when she conquered Robert.
But it
became hers. And then she gave it to Joffrey. Like, oh, you're the king now.
But she never claimed it. She just had Joffrey claim it. Joffrey claimed it.
There you go. It's still
Lannisters. It was never hers.
But it was a Lannisters.
But it wasn't because he claimed it as a Baratheon.
Still. But he's not a Baratheon. If he claims it as a Baratheon, then it's his either way. That's
why Stannis says it's all illegitimate because he's not a Baratheon.
Okay, so in Stannis' point, if he's not a Baratheon, if he's not a Baratheon, then he's a Lannister, and it's his throne anyway because the Lannisters usurped Robert.
No.
Yeah.
He didn't usurp it. His son sat down. She sat down,
Yeah, but they killed him.
Joffrey didn't kill him. Joffrey didn't usurp anybody.
What beautiful mess have I come back to? It seems like Andy is speaking about Ned's letter. It's amazing. And you recluse DJ to it. No. No. Oh, DJ. Like, what did I miss here? This is amazing.
We're talking about how Stannis doesn't really have a claim to the throne because the Lannisters usurped Robert by killing him, right? And so it's the Lannisters' throne. Since Joffrey's not a Baratheon, then he is a Lannister. It's his throne because his mom took it. And then Tommen, and now we have Cersei in the show, which I think after blowing up the Sept, she's definitely the true queen. She definitely took it by rights of conquest.
You know what? Cersei will be remembered as the B-side to the Reigns of Castamere. Would that be fair? Even if she is like the B-side song. You know when you buy the single, The Reigns of Castamere, she's like the B-side. She has solidified her legacy in being the B-side of that song. I'll give her that. That's as much as I'll give her. BBM, if you're there, fuck Cersei.
I mean, if we think about like how evil Cersei is, but man, like the Reigns of Castamere, she ain't even half as evil as Tywin. Like how he went about, she killed people with wildfire. That shit blew up from underneath with all that built up pressure. Those people died instantly. People drowning down there for days. Fuck that.
Can I say there's a difference between Cersei and Tywin. Obviously, there's a lot of differences. But what it's sweet is as a Stannerman, I respect Tywin. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Everybody respect Tywin. He was to be respected.
Yes.
I would have called him a bitch.
Stannis. I like that. Andy, that is a good argument. I'm just saying, I still think Stannis beats Tywin, but he's a great adversary. You know what I mean?
Ricky Hunt says Stannis is the rightful heir by every law in Westeros. He is the Targaryen heir because he is the male heir, and the male always comes before the female. And of course, he is the Baratheon heir. So
what's that, DJ? DJ, you want to blue Ricky Hunt and give him a wrench?
I believe he's on your side with that. Plus, Jake Cruz says he thinks he's the prince that was promised, which gives him another edge. The throne belongs to whoever's ass is on it, which is what I kind of said, but I don't think
that's the case. Then it was always Lannisters.
It's not Darwinism right there, which I appreciate, but it's absolute Darwinism. If you want to accept the reality of it, that's Darwinism. And you know what? Buck Stannis is down for Darwinism, so let's get it.
To the victors go the spoils. A la Jake Cruz. Joffrey has the throne by Baratheon line, same as Tommen. And bam.
But if you...
What's that?
If you think about it, the Lannisters were kind of like the rejects. They were like the chose second, Cersei. It's like, Tywin, look at my daughter, Rhaegar. Do you like my daughter? And then Rhaegar, like, nah. And then like,
Rhaegar wouldn't have cared. It was the Mad King that turned all that down.
But that's what I'm saying. It was shit happened. I'm just saying Tywin is a silver acting like a gold. You know what I'm saying?
No, Tywin was a gold that got bitched by other bigger golds.
No, I call him a silver. And he got acted out by golds.
The realm never ran smoother than when Tywin was in charge.
I will never call Targaryens platinum, DJ, so I'm sticking to my analogy.
The Quiet Wolf says she doesn't think Tywin is evil, thinks he is ruthless. He isn't going around picking fights to be evil. However, he is willing to go to any means to win. There is definitely a difference. What's up, Quiet Wolf? Welcome.
By that logic, then Malcolm X is evil.
I just don't. He was doing it for like the namesake, right? Like, oh, they're embarrassing our name. I need to. My legacy. That's like out of pride and shit. That's not.
No, it was 100% about his family name. That's all it was about. His name.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Isn't that Malcolm X's famous quote? Like, by any means necessary. Like Tywin. Like, why is Tywin a cunt?
Tywin's even Jamie calls him a little bitch at the end, right? When he's talking to Walder Frey, and he's like, yeah, you weren't in battle, like you're a little coward. Doesn't that say like that?
He calls Frey a bitch, not Tywin.
Yeah, well, that was the only way that Tywin was able to beat Robb Stark. That was his only way he beat Robb Stark.
Oh, it wasn't the only way. It was the easiest, quickest, most convenient way. I mean, it got the job done. It was the quick and like, let's just get done and be.
Yeah, but he had to do it by breaking guest rights. Like,
he didn't do shit. He got
the phrase. No, yeah, he put that blood on the phrase. He did not do that shit.
But it's still him. That's still him orchestrating that. That's not. We can't like absolve him in that. That he is like, he creates this plan. Say, hey, we're gonna give you this for you breaking guest rights. That's still Tywin making him do that, right? Tywin
Tywin put out a plan and he did it. He didn't hold a gun to his head. Iris says
Tywin's coward.
What's that?
That was Tywin's cowardly plan. He wasn't even there to handle it.
Oh, there's nothing cowardly about it. It's genius.
Coward.
Iris says Tywin might not be the best person ever, but he's not stupid, and he never said any stupid thing. Always had logic, and it's easy to hate on people that are telling the truth when you know you are wrong. Joffrey and Ramsay are evil. Tywin is trying to hold on to his family's feudal power, and someone questions it. And BBM is back.
I mean, I like Tywin. I just think he was so concerned with his legacy at near the end of his life, like he has some 16-year-old come kicking his ass, like up and down Westeros. And then he had to do a cowardly thing to get it done. And then he gets to wash his hands of it because it wasn't him that actually had to break guest rights in order to beat his foe.
Yeah, he found an expedient way to get it done and got it done.
Coward, though.
Can I just say though, if your father was Tywin, and that was your family tree, and we lived in a world like Westeros, how about that?
Well, if that's the way, if that's my dad that's doing that, I'm going to say the same thing. Like, you're going to go, that's cowardly. If you're talking about your family's legacy and how much of a badass you are, like all this shit, if you think about it, like it's the same way, like how he got his legacy in the first place. You know, the Reigns of Castamere, he swarmed in on them before they even knew what was up. They didn't even have time to fight, and then he kills them all. That seems to be Tywin's way. Like,
I understand that, but if you wanna I understand that completely, man. That's a great answer. If you look at Tywin's father, Tytos, he was very nice to people, and then he was walked on and shit on. So it's like Tywin is the result of that. It's not like he came out just like that. He was looking at the result. If I'm too nice, I'm going to be shit on like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
I get it. But if you have to do... Like, I'm not against guerrilla warfare. That's the smart way to do warfare. Standing in a line and fighting each other is stupid. But if that's how you are honor bound to fight, like if everybody's agreed upon, we're going to fight this stupid ass way, and you have this other guy that's like, I'm not really going to do that. I'm going to, kill you in your homes and shit. That's kind of fucked up. And how do you get this great reputation from it when you got your power?
I can't argue with you on that, to be honest with you, mate. I'd love to, for the sake of it, but I agree with you, like, on that. He's a great tactician, but how he masterminded his position is the way you even phrased that. Like, I agree.
Well, if you can't argue with him, please allow me. Because I have no problem saying
you changed t-shirts and all. Look at DJ. He changed t-shirts and all. What's good?
There are no rules in love and war. If he has a job to get done, these people were shitting all over his name, shitting all over his family, taking gold, keeping it, laughing behind their backs, never going to pay it back. You think he's supposed to give them a warning? He gave them warnings, and they all said, fuck you. So he's like, oh, fuck me, fuck my family? All right, this is how we're going to deal with this. And he dealt with it. And that's that. You're going to act like an ass and try to punk off the leaders of the Westerland? You're going to get got. And they got. You're going to be mad because he didn't send them a warning? He didn't go Trump and say, hey, we're doing all this, so run before we get you. No, he went down and said, no, we're going to exterminate your entire family, send a message, and never have to deal with this again. How could you be mad at that? The man's a genius.
How could you not be mad at that?
My point is that, like, the rules of the, like, world that you're living in are like, hey, we're going to have these honorable battles, right? We're going to fucking stand a bunch of people against each other. That's how they fight there. What do you mean?
Who said that? Wait, promising to fight honorable or any of that.
Can I just give him fair props where it's due? It's like DJ did come in like, oh wait, you know, when I give credit where it's due, whether I agree or not. It's like, oh wait, DJ came in swinging. Even Ricky fucking Hunt is typing in the chat, "What you drinking?" You know what I'm saying to DJ? It's like, damn, it was nice, Andy. I'm on side where, like, when you think about it, it's very cowardice. But I like your argument, like, against it. Like, what else do you do when you're shit upon? That's why I brought up the Taito shit. I respect Tywin, but his path to being Tywin that we know, that's where I agree with Andy. Like, it is very cowardice.
It's like, if
how is it cowardice? It's smart. It's saving family. Like he said, how is it more honorable to let 1 million people die in the field than 20 men die at a dinner?
Because it's not agreed upon at that point. We're not having a Ramsay Jon Snow situation. This isn't a Ramsay Jon Snow. Like, hey, let's me and you fight this out, right? And so a bunch of people don't have to die. No, this is Tywin coming in your bed and holding a knife through your throat and being like, yeah, fuck you, and stabbing you. That's different.
Maybe your family shouldn't have messed with Tywin then. Like I said, there's no rules.
That's cowardly. Like, if he's gonna go into your room while you're sleeping and kill you, like, that's coward. If that's it, and nobody's calling it
coward, I call it getting the job done.
Yeah, I think that's coward. I think in the world that they live in, guerrilla warfare is vastly superior. But in the world they live in,
that's why Robb Stark was very successful in his war.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just saying, like,
on which, Andy, just taking all angles in, like, on which I think it was cowardice, but I respect the fuck out of Tywin because
he was losing and he found a way to win. I mean, this is war. There ain't no rules. I'm gonna find a way to get.
That what Cersei did by blowing up the Sept?
What's that?
Isn't that what Cersei did by blowing up the Sept? You're getting fucked. She's about to lose everything.
Yeah,
so why not kill everybody involved?
Absolutely. You put a pit bull into a corner and she bit. What did people expect? Absolutely. Cersei did the same thing.
I'm sorry here. BBM is still in the chat, so this is why I say this. Cersei's an overrated cunt. BBM, get over it. She's a white woman who's proud to be a Lannister, mate. Stop sniffing our knickers.
And the phrase Tywin coming in your bed reminded OTDA of Shay and Andy. Or reminded him of Shay, Andy.
And here, the Quiet Wolf, the Quiet Wolf is going in there, DJ. The Quiet Wolf is saying Tywin didn't randomly attack the Castamirs. They were already at war, and Tywin had already defeated the Tarbecks. The Castamirs chose to hide where Tywin couldn't get them. However, Tywin found a way. Oh, that kind of goes with DJ. Yeah, that kind of goes with DJ.
But he swarmed in so fast they couldn't call. They didn't have time to call their banners.
What? They weren't trying to call banners. They were hiding behind walls. They're like, we'll just hide and wait them out. They thought they were going to go siege, and they just wait out the siege like they had plenty of food and stuff.
Doesn't it happen?
Like, oh, you want to do that? Here, I'll figure it out. You're getting mad at him because he found a way to win. It's at war. He found a way to win. I mean, I don't understand. Yeah, he found a way to win, and you're mad at him for finding a way to win.
Well, it's like, hey, no, your dad said I don't have to do that. And then Tywin comes with a whole army, and he's like, no warning, like, yeah, you do. How do they call their banners? Like, what? Yeah, I'm gonna hide too, right? You're at just a castle, and then Tywin comes with a freaking army, and you're like, well, shit. Let me lock my front door. Yeah, I'm not gonna go out and fight all of them.
Do you know what? Andy, the Castamirs needed a Paul Revere. You know what I mean? The English are coming. The Lannisters are coming. Ding, 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 ding. Let me hide in my tower, and people will sing songs about me being a legend. What a bitch. That's what it is, man. I think the Castamirs.
We keep saying the Castamirs were the Reigns.
Yeah, I fucked it up, didn't I? DJ.
I said it like 5 times.
Delete this part of the stream. Don't delete Andy being a dumbass. Yeah, don't delete Andy being a dumbass. Just delete me being a dumbass. And I agree with Andy. Now edit me back in. I agree with him.
I'm just saying.
I do agree with his outlook there. Like,
And
unlike
Jake
Andy,
Cruz- and
I
Jake
don't try
Cruz
and
has another
troll.
great point that they had no banners to call because they were the banners of Tywin.
Oh, and Jake Cruz here, Andy. Jake Cruz has another point that agrees with me.
But what
so
I mean is, like, their people, they didn't have time to call their people that would fight for them.
They would have some
They
banners.
only
Yeah,
had
that's
their
true.
castle. Like
every castle
kind
had
of like
banners.
it's kind of like that scene from 300 again, where he's like, "Hey, you said you were going to bring just as many soldiers as us," and he's like, "Well, what do you do for a profession?" And that's kind of how it was. Some people make boots, but they're soldiers when they need to be. So they couldn't call all those people to come help. Right? Not just the knights.
No, I was just saying every house has banners. They all just have smaller houses and have less people or smaller bannermen, but every major house had bannermen. So the Castellers would have had bannermen. Or, I mean, the Castemeres would have bannermen.
Oh, edit that out too.
That was a twofer at the Reigns.
But the Reigns of Castamere. But
I just think all in all it's cowardly.
Well, you just didn't like his tactics, but I mean, there's different tactics in war, and he found a way to get his job done. And
yes,
and how many lives of his did he save? All the people that were true, all the people that stayed true to him, that were supposed to do what they're supposed to do, they all live. The ones that were trying to pull a fast one on him and rip him off and shit all over his family, they got. I mean, I don't understand that you're going to act up, you're going to get got. You can't act like that back then and go against the Warden of the West. I mean, that's basically your king of that space. You have to do what they say.
He got clearance, right? The Reigns got okayed. You don't have to pay us back. And then Tywin was like, fuck my dad. You do, and now I'm going to come kill you. Like, you went behind my back, talked to my dad, and you got
he never said he didn't have to pay him back. He said he just let him forgo a little bit longer. He said he'd ask to get paid back, and they'd laugh at him and give him some weak excuse and say they couldn't do it right now. But he never forgave the debt. Can
I say one thing? And another reason why Stannis brought me into House Baratheon, and Robert just made me laugh, going, "You're cool as shit." But it's Lionel, absolute respect. But it's when I look at the lineage of Baratheons, I know they took them off. Was it the Durrandons? Is that it? Was it Durrandons? But they had a fair one-on-one fight, you know, for that keeping castle, and that's what I respect the fuck out of, regardless of the armies. And the Baratheons were with the Targaryens best mates. You know what I mean? Shout out to Stefan and the Mad King; they were best mates too. But I'm saying is at least they had a fair one-on-one. All right, let's go. Let's see how this shit rolls. And he lost.
That's only because
they took Storm's End.
The people in Storm's End were losing. They knew that it was over, and so he's like, that was his last-ditch effort. Fight me one-on-one, and maybe I.
And he took it though.
People in my castle, and he did. Yeah, he didn't have to, and he did absolutely.
Because
he knew he was going to whoop his ass. That old man had no chance, dude. He was an old man.
Could you see Tywin like doing the same thing?
No, he's not that dumb. That old man knew he was going out to die. Going out to die.
You are a prick. Like you were arguing with Andy, and then you shaded me on. It's like you jabbed me on the way to a fight. I'm like, yeah, hang on, now I'm coming after you. Before you get to Andy, this ain't even started. Fuck.
Oh, Ricky wants to know if anyone thinks that the rain survived or any of the Tarbecks. Yeah, if anybody out there seen my video, I think Braun's a rain. I think he's coming back for vengeance. He was up north of the wall when all that shit happened. He came back, found his family wiped out, learned to take care of himself, becoming a hedge knight, learned to fight, and learned a thing or two around the way, and now he's coming back for revenge. But he's not going to have it because everybody else wants them dead. The Lannisters dead too, and they're all going to get him before he even gets to him. But in the very end, he may be the one to maybe he's next to Tyrion. Tyrion's the last one left. And he's like, hey, it's all good. And then he's like, yeah, last Targaryen, you're dead. You killed my family. Now your family's gone. And then out of nowhere, just slits Tyrion's throat real quick.
Oh, shit.
Feel that.
Ari, Magar 1-1, relax.
I can't relax. I think I just realized I'm out of pop. I've still got all this Captain and no Coke. That's a problem. I got to look for this real quick.
Is that what you call a pop and Weirwood, yeah? PG stream. DJ PG. Get the fuck out of here. Andy, I agree with your philosophy on Tywin. He's cowardice, but respectable.
I just don't see why, like, if Jaime has to spend his life as the Kingslayer, why people, you know, why wouldn't Westeros know Tywin as, like, a skeevy coward? Like, in his major, the things he's known for, really, are now, like, before he dies, like, the two things he's known for most are the Red Wedding and the Reigns of Castamere. So, and those are both things where he went behind back and did, like, kind of dishonorable shit in order to win.
Yep, I agree. And like, on a different debate, on a different topic, yep. Me and you can go at it, but it's like, I agree. Like, I respect Tywin, but as I say, like, as you pointed out, the cowardice, like, through his tactics, look, I'd agree with that. Do I respect him? Like, he's a genius with tactics, but it's like, is there morals in war? I guess that's the argument kind of against it. That kind of goes against you. But like, I agree when it comes to morals and shit. Like, I'm completely on your side there. And Jake said on the topic of it, Andy, is that Tyrion might survive, but the other Lannisters, no other Lannisters make it out of this story. Now, Andy, could I bring up a question on you just upon that comment? It's the most honourable Lannister. Most people would say Tyrion. I would say Jaime. What would you say about that?
I'm going to go with Jaime. In the same way that I think Ned's most dishonorable act, or the way the world sees Ned's most dishonorable act, you know, having a bastard, is really his most honorable. Jaime's is the same way. Like, Jaime is a character so similar to Ned in certain ways in those aspects of his life. And yeah, he's done some terrible shit, but he's like a young guy and he grew up spoiled and he was Tywin's son. Like, how do you expect him to be? And he still persevered through that and became like a respectable person. And I think that's a lot harder to do than if you are Tyrion, who, you know, you're basically not even considered a Lannister as far as your dad's concerned. So you're not starting off from that point of greatness. So it's easy to be an honorable Lannister when you're barely a Lannister. But when you...
That's a good point. No, that's like, they're very good points. I'm a massive Jaime is tied at number 1 with Jon, and then Stannis after him. I have them two tied for top 1 because I can't pick one over the other. If I had to, it'd be Jon, but I don't want it. So that's why they're always tied. I have absolute love for Jaime. I think Ned Stark, you know, I like Jaime that much. I despise Ned. Well, despise is a strong word. I really dislike Ned Stark. If you look into the Jaime mythos, because honor and how foolish it is, and Jaime actually done well. You know what I'm saying? Broke Black Man said in the chat there, Andy, he said, simple, Andy, Jaime killed the king. J. Cruz says above that, Tyrion might survive, but no other Lannister makes it out of this story. I'd agree with that. I think Tyrion, I think Andy, me and you would agree on that. Tyrion is the one to survive this story. Most honorable Lannister is Kavan, says Ricky, which we're talking about characters that matter, Ricky. One love. You ain't wrong, Ricky. You ain't wrong. And it's DJ, you're back, so you take the helm, my friend. Most honorable Lannister. Most honorable Lannister. Me and Andy seem to be in agreement. We'd say Jaime. Who would you say?
Honorable Lannister. I guess I would have to say.
That means DJ wants to say Jaime, but he's going to disagree because me.
No, it's 100% not Jaime. Jaime pushed his kids out of windows, dude. He's a punk.
Yeah, DJ, your
I love that. Did you people hear that? I love that.
When y'all go left, I like to go right. I'm DJ Woman. Sorry. I know what you're doing. Ari, continue Al Pacino from Devil's Advocate.
I'd say Tyrion Lannister. He's probably the most.
You were fucking
honorable.
Andy, I'm not touching this. Fuck DJ. I'm not even gonna give you the time of day to reply on that. You prick.
Hold on. He pushed he pushed Bran out of the window to save the woman he loved. There's some honor in that.
No, there's no honor in that. He did it because he wanted to keep having Nookie with his sister.
Well, Robert would kill her.
I just think Andy, I'm Team Jamie, but there's no honor in that, mate. That is not the best way to start an argument. And Andy, that's the stain I'm trying to remove from Jamie.
No, there is some honor to that.
What incense?
So over these two people that are having sex out of wedlock and basically committing adultery, they should live, and a little innocent kid should die because of what they're doing. That's what you're telling me.
Well, he does it for the woman he loved. That's like, I always go back to, like, if I have my daughter, and if I had to, like, kill 100 people, 100 little babies to protect her, I would do it. Like, and call me, like, that would be dishonorable. But to me, like, that's my responsibility. You know, I got to protect her. So fuck those other babies. I'll throw them out windows to protect my daughter.
Andy's laugh there, Andy. You see your nervous laugh at the end of that fucking voice. I can hear everything now that I have this mic in front of my mouth. It's amazing. But it's like, Andy, I'm Team Jamie, but the way you're selling this, man, it's not the best way, mate. I would say Jamie was nervous. He loved Cersei. He got caught. He fucked up. And if I was to defend that, it's a very hard thing to defend. What I would say about that is he was nervous. He got caught the fuck out, which, as any human do, trial and error, he regretted the fuck out of it. Unlucky for him, that stain happens to be pushing a kid. We all have stains in our lives and our walks, and Jamie's redemption arc has been absolutely amazing. So I would go with that, except his line against Mr. Tully, let's just say, about smashing babies' heads off the walls and the barricades. So he still does love Cersei. But there's a redemption and a hero in Jamie, and I think you get the best of him when he's against the wall, which is when he's not around Cersei. So that's why I love Jamie.
Ricky Hunt's trying to stick up and help Andy out. He's saying Jamie was saving his wife and his kids, whom Robert would have killed, and is like, aren't Tommen and Marcella innocent? I mean, they would have died, basically. But
I don't think Jamie never gets
the okay because it's something you're doing to kill Bran. I mean,
yeah,
one evil, not the other.
And do you know what, DJ? I'm on the Jamie side of this argument, but I'm completely unbiased. Is Jamie never gave a fuck about them kids. Let's be honest. He never gave.
He was there for their birth. He was there for all their births, but I think that was more to make sure his sister was okay than.
Yeah. Yes. Jamie's got a lot of redeeming qualities. Being a father and knowing how to be a father is not one of them.
No.
And I'm a Jamie fan. Jamie's my dude. And that's it. Jamie's my dude, and I'm saying that. You know what I mean? Like, he's got a lot of redeeming qualities. It's like, if Arthur Dayne passes, Jamie's the closest one to him, not Barristan Selmy. So, like, I'm trying to be unbiased here. You know what I'm saying? And even there's a shocking fucking statement, isn't it? Jamie with two hands over Barristan Selmy. That's how much I love Jamie.
Wow. The one true David Adams says, but think about this. If he never pushed Bran wouldn't have become the three-eyed raven, and therefore he would be no hope. So actually, he saved the world.
Or destroyed it. Shit, we don't even know yet.
Yeah, maybe because Bran becoming that'll ruin everything. Maybe that really did. Maybe that was worse than we even thought, him doing that.
I don't know. Andy started. I was on Team Jamie with Andy, and then Andy started that argument. It's like, Andy, imagine you love Stannis, and then I opened the argument up going, so he burned his door, yeah, and then I try and justify it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck, you're fucked from the get-go. That's what you did to Jamie.
Absolutely,
you know, the push
fucked from the get-go. Yeah, started off with one foot in your mouth.
I'm different. I think of like the act doesn't matter, but the reason for it matters. That's my whole problem with Stannis. Is you're introduced to Stannis as like this dude this honorable dude,
No,
and
no, no. You're not introduced to him as an honorable dude, Andy. Like he's a dickhead.
well, yeah, a dickhead, but he's like follows the rules. He does things like they're supposed to be done. Is like how he is portrayed before he's like starts making shadow babies and shit. Except for that, he lets
I'll give you that one.
he lets his wife and shit start making fun of the maester, for making him put pots on his head and shit, and that's totally the respect isn't there. Why should anybody respect his claim to the throne, right? He won't even respect a maester because a maester's trying to give him advice, and he's like, fuck you, right? And let my wife embarrass you. Oh, but he gets credit for stopping it after it went on. So that's just like a little act, like that doesn't really matter. But the reason why, like that shit bothers me. That goes against like what your character is supposed to be, and that shit bothers me more than Jaime pushing a kid out the window. Because one thing above all, like that we know about Jaime is he loves his sister and he will protect her. So if he has to push a kid out the window, like I can see that as a part of his character. That's something that he would. Protecting somebody, we always think of that as good, but you never think about what you would have to do in order to protect someone, right? So that's where like the honor part of it, that's somewhat honorable because you are protecting somebody by hurting somebody else, and really that's how everything is. If you're protecting somebody from somebody else, you're choosing a side, and that's he just chose a side. DJ's all talking and shit and stuff muted.
Hey, but did you know that Davos is a Targaryen? Maybe he.
That's so funny. I'm muted. Yeah. So, who was he saving and protecting when he killed his cousin and broke himself out of jail? Where was that? Tell me about all this honor and who he was saving when he pulled that move.
To get back to his sister.
Yeah, to get back to fucking his sister. Exactly. Thank you. That's so honorable. Oh, that's honorable.
No, it's not. It's not. But that is what it is. Like, I want bullshit about him.
So he's pushing kids out a window. He's killing his own cousins to be able to escape. He's raping his sister on his dead child's freaking.
DJ, you know the rape
so
shit.
Honorable.
DJ, you're a book reader. Don't even say that rape shit. You kidding me? You know, come on. Don't throw that in, DJ. DJ's trying to pull over show watcher's head. That's
hey.
Come on, DJ, don't be a chancer. We call that in Ireland. We call that you chancer.
You just need to clip that, DJ, of Jonnie saying show watcher, and then make it so you can press a button and say show watcher, how he says show watcher. So then like he would hate that. You would have his voice, the great defender of show watchers, and you would have his voice saying show watcher.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is kind of awesome. I'm glad DJ. I'm glad his name isn't DJ Tech fucking Review Tech USA.
Oh yeah, it might be a problem. That much we might be able to get done though.
No, don't do that. Don't say. Don't do that. Shut up, Andy.
That would be funny. Anytime somebody made a point and that it made sense in the show, you just push the button, show watcher.
Who said that? And I'd be asleep or in work or something. I'd be getting dislikes from people I don't even know.
Oh, I'm so sick. Yep, that's true. I love it.
Do you think that...
Oh, right here, BBM. Didn't Jaime like kill his cousin when he was prisoner? Yes, he did, BBM. Yes, he did.
Yeah, DJ just said that like 2 minutes ago. BBM, is your earbuds working?
I'm actually going way back up through the chat. I think he might have already said that. He has great minds think alike. He probably brought that up before I did because it was so obvious.
BBM, I apologize for DGG. I apologize for DJ GGGGG slowness.
I'm catching up. Tried to bid for the Hound. Oh, you guys are talking about Funko Pops up there, I think. So, how many Funko Pops does Jonnie Indie Boots own?
None. None.
Spoken like a
I
grown
own
man.
Funko boots. Oh, is that shade, DJ? I see a Funko Pop behind you, DJ. I was gonna agree.
Two of them. Oh, dude, I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up.
I get the Funko Pop love, like, so I'm not gonna shit on that. It's like, I get it.
It's kind of weird, though. I think it's weird.
Hey, Quiet Wolf. Shh. They don't need to know that part.
Jamie killing his cousin is only in the TV show, so.
Show watcher.
Show watcher.
If ever you need a clip, just because the way Andy articulated it, I will give you that clip. Show watcher. Or like, just send me a message. Say, Johnny, 2-second audio. Show watcher.
I think you might even say there must be a show watcher. Like, must be a show watcher.
Must be a show watcher.
Something like that. It's gonna sound great if you can clip it and make it just like an audio bite to play.
No, Andy, I'll give it me 100%. You know, if ever asked, like, you just send an audio for a second, I will send it. It's like fighter. See the way we say fighter? It's like show watcher. I'm a book fighter. You know what I'm saying? You can audio clip that. I don't have a ghost fucking Funko Pop. And I apologize for everybody else in DJ's stream. DJ is the host with the most, but he fell off the tree in the jungle, you could say, in a prequel movie we don't talk about. So I'll be the new Tar. And does anybody want to be the Zin? Nah, I like the build up, but the punchline was shite.
It was like going somewhere.
Yeah. I'm swinging on vines here. Call me Bulbasaur.
So I just realized recently that Jon Snow and Dany are both Danes. That's like,
you troll.
It blew my mind. No, I'm not even trolling. I'm 100%. 100%.
Well done, DJ. That's why. DJ, you're the crazy uncle in the back of the room that we wheel in just at the festivals. You just listen to him. It's like your old DJ. You're not old Nan. It's like your old Dan. You know, that's your new name, Dan. Old
you don't
Dan.
look at somebody and say that looking at them reminds you of your young love of your life, unless that's, I mean, people look at like young sons and say, oh my God, you're the spitting image of your father, because they're the spitting image of their father. It's the same DNA. That's basically the same thing Barristan said to Dany. It's like, looking at you reminds me of, and he goes into the Shara story. Looking at Dany reminds him of a Shara because it's just like looking at a young Shara, because that's her daughter.
Can I just say, anybody who knows DJ, I know him years. I really do, actually. That's fucked up. Not that people say that shit and they don't really mean it. It's like, I do know you years. And please do not touch the Shara Dane shit, or he will go on a speech about Barristan sell me.
Dude, it's real.
I know that much. Yeah, dude.
Absolutely real.
I know that much.
I just don't know if Shara Dane is Septa Lemore or not, but she might be Quaithe. A lot of people think Sierra Star is Quaithe, but it could be Quaithe. But yeah, Shara Dane is not dead. She's been watching over Dany, her daughter, her whole life. Mad King raped a Shara Dane and had Dany.
Andy, take it away, man. I'm speechless.
Oh,
it's like watching the YMCA. Yeah, it's like watching the YMCA, you know, with fucking straight females or something. I'm just speechless. I don't get it. It makes no sense. That's what your theories are like to me. But I appreciate you, DJ. You are amazing. And your cap is amazing. And I love how the Adidas brings out your eyes before you lose your fucking mind and talk stupid shit. I love you, brother.
Irish, Jorah did say that Dany reminded him of his wife, but not like looking at her was like looking at his wife. It's just she was young, blonde, and pretty, and he was married to a high tower that was young, blonde, and pretty. But it wasn't like looking at her like identical. It was just being a young, pretty woman reminded him of his wife. Not quite the same thing, but yes, he did say that, Iris.
And DJ has Jorah added on WhatsApp, so do not question him.
There's just no way.
Sorry,
I'm
DJ.
not reaching that. I'm telling you, that's it. Danny is a Dane.
DJ, I understand why you question me on everything because I'm an absolute cheeky little cunt with you on everything. You know what I mean? So I get it. You know, just after I said that shit that I just said, it's like no wonder DJ fucking never agrees with me. You know, when I say something and I expect you, it's like DJ's got to agree with it. I get it now. I get it.
I'm Tyrion.
Ricky Hunt says Lamora is not Ashara. Ashara is younger than Lamora. Ashara has purple eyes. Lamora eyes are never mentioned. If they're never mentioned, then we don't know that they're not purple, right?
That's a good point, DJ. DJ, can we continue on that point so Andy keeps leaning up in his camera awkwardly, trying to play it?
Go on, Andy. What were you going to say?
Yeah, trying to play a joke that didn't work.
I said Tyrion. I don't know. I just thought I'm messing with the facts. Sorry.
Andy, your second name definitely isn't punchline. It's okay. I know you just gave me a punchline, so I thank you for
that. And we're back.
That's how I always pictured Tyrion, though. Like, all lop faced and shit.
I always picture Tyrion, you know, like you know that chasing song, and he's jumping off the walls and shit, and he's doing cartwheels and backflips. Like, whoa, what the fuck? Imagine if that was Buck Tyrion. Remember when the harpies attacked him? Like, Buck Tyrion will be backflipping that new brother and touch this dude. He'd be doing backflips and shit. Be crazy.
Hideous little monster.
Can I just say, favorite book? Sorry, DJ.
I was just gonna say, Quiet Wolf says Tyrion puzzles out Fagon, but thinks that Tyrion would have noticed Septon Lamora's eyes if they were purple. We don't know. I mean, we don't know they didn't. He's just basically too busy looking at her naked breast when she's taking baths in the lake. So we don't. I mean, they never say anything about the eyes. Maybe they were purple eyes. But yeah, maybe he just wasn't thinking about the Danes because he was thinking about Targaryens and Lannisters. One never knows. He didn't even have the Danes in his mind, so he didn't really think about that part.
Hey, the Quiet Wolf. My name is DJ Woman, and when you make a great point, I'm so stubborn I won't agree with your point. Even
that is a great point, Quiet Wolf.
Because I'm DJ motherfucking Woman, and if you disagree with me, I respect your point, but I stick to my own. Now, fuck off. Quiet Wolf, I adore you. I'm not DJ. You know, I think your point is right because it goes against DJs. So, well.
She's probably right because she's right. She knows more about this than most.
DJ's only talking about breasts because his other half left the room.
That's right. It's way back in the back, already asleep, probably.
Hopefully.
So, how's the color? She has brown hair. Tyrion says Lamora's in her 40s. Shara mid-30s, 39 at most. I mean, I'm not saying it's 100%. I'm just saying it's a possibility. We never found the body. She's probably somewhere. I don't think she's dead, so she's probably somewhere looking over Danny. And I love how I think maybe she did die. Maybe she really did jump off the tower at Starfall, and one of the Faceless Men were around there, found her, brought her in, saved her, turned her into no one, and she really is Quaithe. That's why when Jorah says, "Who are you?" she says, "I'm no one," because she is a no one now. But maybe she really is a Shara. Who knows? Seer She-Star is nowhere in the TV show, and Quaithe is, so that bodes a little more towards maybe that she's a Shara Dane.
Well, I don't know. In the TV show, I've seen John Connington disappear into Jorah Mormont, and I still can't phantom him. So yeah, anything goes. Anything fucking goes.
But John Connington being Rhaegar's best friend and raising Rhaegar's son, I mean, yeah, if Ashara or if Septon Lamora is Dany's mom, that makes sense because they're on their way to go see Dany. So, I mean, she can finally hook up with her when she's into power and nobody else can kill her. But, oh, yeah, there's a lot of ways you can.
Even through DJ's beautiful sarcasm is, look, rarely, DJ, don't save this video, but like, I would agree with your sarcasm there. Words I will not say lightly. Is John Connington a big character worthy enough to go across to the show? I personally think yes. But if you're not using the Aegon, you know what I mean, role, like, what would you do with John Connington? Like, do you think that's why they merged Jorah Mormont with the John Con? I do not agree. Can I just point? I'm not even going to make an argument against it because I do not agree wholeheartedly. I think through half of the episodes we got as of late, bringing him in would have been amazing, but they weren't confident enough to shoot it. That's what I think.
I don't know. I mean, it really, because I don't think Fagon's Fagon. I think Fagon is Aegon. I think that really is Rhaegar's kid, his son.
I agree, DJ. I said Fagon because that's the cool thing to say.
Right, I know. That's how everybody knows him. So, yeah. The fact that Connington and they merged him into Jorah, I mean, they're just trying to save money. They've got all sorts of people merged in. I think they can still bring him in with the Golden Company next season and bring him into the show. It's not too late to phase him in. We haven't seen him being brought up, but maybe that'll just be, one of the big surprises is Fagon coming in with the Golden Company. And maybe they'll play him as Fagon and he'll be Aegon in the books. But just the way they wrote him in the books when they were at Griffin's Roost and he was up there looking at the lands and he's like, you have beautiful lands up here. And Connington was looking back at him like Rhaegar stood in that exact same place saying the exact same thing. And he said it was like looking at Rhaegar again. Back when they said it, 20 years ago or whatever.
I agree.
So,
wouldn't that be like a clever way to maintain things in the book, though? Like, if characters are more important in the book, and they're not even in the show, but their character is merged with somebody else, wouldn't that be a clever way to make sure you don't give away the actual book? With the show by doing that. Like if John's name is Aegon, then Fagon could be more important in the book.
You know what? Andy, can I just say with the point you're making, you and DJ are horrible to debate with because DJ says to me, when you all go right, I like to go left. Then I hear Andy reply, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to hear a great reply. And then Andy's the fucking same troll shit with DJ. It's like, when you all go right, I'm going to go left. That's exactly what you're fucking doing right now.
I'm not.
You do not believe in anything you're saying right now. I can feel it in your voice. You're just trying. You're just trying to disagree for no reason.
No. What I'm saying is, it would just be a clever way to not give away the book. Is if you merge two characters. So let's say like, an Aegon. Like let's say Jon Snow were to sit on the throne. An Aegon would be sitting on the throne. Then it really could be either way. Like, not necessarily that extreme, but if you're talking about like John Connington and stuff, like he could do something very important, but we'll see it as Jorah doing something really important. So then it doesn't ruin the book for you later because you know that Jorah is going to do something.
So technically then, but by that logic, it means that Samuel Tarly will heal John Connington of Grayscale.
But I mean, it could be anything.
You see, you do not sound confident at all. I'm
just saying it could be anything. Like if there's something major that you don't want to give away, something special about a character, right? And that character got merged. That's a clever way to do it.
I understand you, man. I'm taking the piss, but sorry, DJ, you get it. I understand where you're coming from, Andy. Totally.
No, I was just reading the chat, like OTD saying Andy's under the sea worse than Patchface. That was awesome.
Under the sea, that's where Andy be.
But I mean, it is. I mean, I'm still like 60-40. There is still a great chance that Fagon is Fagon. It's just like I said with that line, the way they wrote it at Griffin's Roost, it really kind of made it look like it was his son. But I mean, they have a great point in the chat saying that the Golden Company will only back a Blackfire, and I kind of think that. Varys is a Blackfire, and his sister was Sarah, who was married to Illyrio, and I think that's how they all met, and that's how they're all tight with each other. So I think Fagon could be Illyrio and Sarah's kid, and which makes him a Blackfire because Sarah's a Blackfire. So that could be, and that's why the Golden Company is willing to back him. But I don't know. There's a good case made both ways. That one's probably one of my most 50-50 in this whole story is the whole Aegon-Fagon thing.
It is very interesting, isn't it? It's, I always pull a parallel. You know, like Tristan Martell and Fagon. You can Aegon, whatever you want to call him. I always pull a parallel with them. I know that's probably a crazy parallel, but if you actually look at their story arcs, it is very well paralleled because one wants to go over to impress them. Like they're both on the same path. If you were to put the closest journey in Game of Thrones, them two for me, I'm like that's so like is that so not closer? Because you don't know if Aegon is Fagon, and the way DJ makes his points, like look, I would agree. I think he is a Targaryen, and then Tristan is going over to impress them. I'd love to see a Nickelodeon cartoon series with them two as the lead.
I didn't hear the last part. I didn't hear the very last sentence you said.
I would love to. It was the most important part of my statement. I would love to see them both in a Nickelodeon series.
Nickelodeon series. Don't you think Jon's story kind of mirrors Fagon's a little bit? He's kind of a king, but brought up as a bastard and brought up with the people, you know, kind of lowly, but learned how to fight and learned how to do his own things, work with his own hand, kind of talk to the common man and be one with them. So I think Jon's story kind of parallels Fagon's too.
If Jon had Benjen around him at every chapter, then yes, but no. And Benjen would be the parallel to Jon Connington, so I don't think so.
But with Ned having to be so worried about the Caitlyn thing and the whole Jon's story being discovered, I think he was pretty standoffish. What's that?
DJ, you're stopping between words. You're stuttering. You don't even believe what you're saying. You're just trying to argue with me. Like, what's wrong with agreeing? Can we not just agree on good points, man? What the fuck
I'm saying that is a good point, but I think Jon, he does. They're both named Aegon, and I think they do kind of parallel each other. Jon's brought up as a bastard, kind of lowly, and has to do his own thing, and at one with the common man, and the same way Fagon was. But they both had, great tutors and, got brought up with all the best things in life, but just in a lowly way. So I think that kind of parallels each other a lot.
I had to bring out the best in DJ. See, when you question DJ, you get the best out.
The only thing is like Jon kind of got raised by an idiot, and Fagon gets to learn from Varys.
Wait, what idiot, Andy?
I was about to say, yeah, what idiot?
What idiot?
Ned.
No.
He didn't really get brought up by him, though. Not 100%.
No, he got brought up by Master Lewin and basically got taught how to fight by what's
Roderick.
his face?
Master of Arms
Roderick, and learned how to ride horses from Rory. I mean, dude, I think he had the best of everything too, I think.
But he can't work the system like Fagon's going to know how to do. I mean, can you think of a good
DJ, it's okay. Now Andy doesn't even believe what he's saying. He can't even work the system. Let me think of a reply that disagrees with everything they say. Hang on. Oh, you see through you, Andy.
No, what I'm saying is Ned is bad at playing the game, but Varys is very good at playing the game. What if you had someone honorable, like Jon Snow or like a Ned that actually knew how to work the system? That's like Fagon. He should know how to do that. He cares about the small people, but Varys is not going to let him grow up to be like a Jon Snow or, someone so honorable that they're not willing to play the game.
But Varys is not raising him. Jon Connington is.
Yeah, Varys hasn't been hardly in the picture at all.
Yeah, but he has a hand to play in there. If he sees what happens to Ned and good people who care about the little people, and he wants to put Fagon on the throne, he's not going to let him be like that. You know what I mean? No one knows how to work the system. Well, Littlefinger, but aside from Littlefinger, who knows how to manipulate people better than Varys?
But Varys is over here manipulating people in King's Landing. He has nothing to do with Aegon's. He got him out of King's Landing, and that's it.
He's trying to put him on the throne. You think he's just going to put a Ned Stark on the throne?
I think no. He put as many people as he could into his placement. But it wasn't until Tyrion played the Savas or the whatever Savas game with him that he actually started learning like how to play the game. It wasn't until he met Tyrion and started looking into that kind of deep stuff. So I mean, he's not really he's not versatile in playing the game. It wasn't until he met Tyrion that he got into that.
He's gonna have to learn if he's gonna be king.
I like how the Quiet Wolf says they're actually opposites. Jon is secretly the true king, being raised as a bastard, while Aegon is a fake who was being raised to be a king. I like that. That's pretty cool. But I still think there's a lot of parallels in the way they're brought up. A lot of similarities in upbringing.
You know, he should change his name to the Quiet Palindrome.
The what?
Oh, palindrome. You know when you say things backwards and it's the same when you say it forwards. It's like that's what that message was. Like,
there you go.
Jon, Fagon, that shit. The same shit. But I think like forgive me, man. It feels like I'm saying a Harry Potter course and Voldemort here. But like on DJ, I would agree with him. I think there's more to Aegon than meets the eye. Like it's Fagon. I'm so used to calling him Fagon at this stage, but I do believe he is what he says he is. Do you know what I'm saying? I believe him.
Do you think Fagon really knows who he is? I mean, he's just a kid who's been brought up. I mean, they're going to believe whatever they tell him. He may not really know the truth.
He could be a product of a Blackfire, hence the Blackfire Rebellion, which is a well-known theory on the internet. You know, I could see him. I'm kind of 60-40 on him being Targaryen Blackfire. That's where I'm at.
I heard that somewhere.
DJ awesome. Probably said it. DJ probably said it on one of my streams, and I get banned.
I said it about 5 minutes ago on this stream.
I'm here all week. Try to feel pretty nice.
All the people great at playing the game get murdered too. That's true, Jake Cruz. Aegon thinks he's legit. I mean, yeah, Aegon, of course he does. He's rolling through life doing what he's been told. So I mean, how's he gonna know one way or the other? Yeah, Ned, the Starks just opened it. They have big mouths. Ned and Sansa fuck shit up just because when they should have kept their mouths shit about family business, they had to fucking go and blab shit. That's fucked up.
Didn't Ned? Yeah, and you know what's fucked up is I always stand by this because the way you say that Ned blabbed his mouth, like if anything with the Jon Snow shit, you know, I mean, there's a few people you could have blabbed in your mouth to there, mate. And now look how that worked out. That's my personal opinion. You could have been protecting him by saying his name still, so they could fucking meet him and then put the word across if shit happens. You know what I mean? I do not like Ned. I'm sorry for any Ned Stark fans. I think he's an absolute fucking idiot.
I'm not a big Stark fan either. I know they're supposed to be the heroes of our story, but I like everybody else.
I like Ned fine. I think he's a good person, but like,
he's a great person.
Being a good person gets you sometimes. See how cynical we've all gotten. We're like, fuck Ned. You know, the fucking honor. He's an honorable ass dude. He does the right thing. Like, even when it goes against his honor, like he does the right thing. And we're like, you're a fucking idiot for that, you dumb. Like, fuck you doing the right thing.
No, gosh, Andy, please do not quote me in the bracket of people. I said dumb cunt, not dumb. I'm different.
You fucking dumb. But that's pretty good writing on George R. Martin's part that he got us someone that is likable. You get everybody saying like, yeah, he's kind of an idiot. So.
No, everybody loves Ned. As much as they call him an idiot, he love him. You know?
Yeah, you can't not love him. We were all hurt. We're all crushed when he got his head chopped off.
Yeah.
Nobody liked that.
Yeah.
We all felt it right in the feels.
Yeah, but
DJ, what Andy's doing, he's trying to set him up as the hipster right now. It's like Andy wants to be the hipster Ned Stark fan. Go for Andy. None of us love him.
What I'm saying is like we look at it as like a dumb character. So it's changing us as a people to be like more selfish and doing the wrong thing and using people. It's conditioning you to be that way and to.
I understand that point. I get you.
Well, this scares the shit out of me. I was waiting for you guys to get done with that, and I was going to ask you a question, and I shit you not, while I'm sitting here waiting, Ricky Hunt just typed in my exact question in the freaking chat. So I don't like that because, yeah, we seem to be opposites on a lot of stuff. We can't be agreeing on shit. But on this one, we were thinking at the same time, do you guys think that Benjen knows about Jon Snow's parents? That is crazy, Ricky, though. I swear to God, I was sitting there waiting to ask these guys that. Right when you typed it in. That was a trip.
Do you know what? Do you know what the funny part is, DJ? I thought you were building that up and you were about to ask me, is that Carlsberg you're drinking, Johnny? Because that's another question Ricky asked. Yes.
I saw you answer that one already.
Yes. Well, yes, sir. All right, Andy, I'll let Andy or DJ take that away. I'll go last on that one.
We'll let Andy do it because I'm out of Coke, so I'm going to grab a beer.
Yeah, DJ, this is a PG streaming.
And that's why it's a PG beer.
I don't think he's been told, but I'm sure that he knows. Like, you would have to know your brother, right? Well enough to know that that's not, like, he wouldn't do that for no reason. I don't know if he's been explicitly told. It's likely that he hasn't been told, but he would. I feel like if that was my brother, I would know. If my brother was like super honorable, like here's the thing, my brother falls in love with girls really easy, and he's always getting his heart broken because he's like too infatuated with people. If one of his girlfriends were to tell me that he went off and cheated on her, I would know that that's not true because I know how I've seen him with girls like our whole lives, so I know that that's not how he is. He's too in love with every girl he fucking meets or that is willing to date him that for him to cheat on them, if that makes sense. So I think you know your brother well enough to know that's probably not true.
I agree with that. Shout out to Jax who's in the chat. But Andy, can you please continue on your point? Jax, shout out to Australia, but Australia's not that important because you're not even from Australia. You're from New Zealand. Yeah, go fuck it. Yeah, Jax, you have to sing a song about Andy talking about Benjen Stark as Jack sits there going, "What the fuck is that Benjen Stark?" Continue.
And I think he would realize that the timing is pretty convenient to when his sister went missing. You would have to recognize that as well. So I think Benjen probably knows. What do you think?
Can I just for a second? I 100% think Benjen knew what happened with Rhaegar and Lyanna, and that kind of fucked him up. And he didn't want to talk to anybody about it because he knew he couldn't talk to Honorable Ned, because it's like Honorable fucking Ned, and that's his big brother. I can't say it to you. And then when you looked at Lyanna, who's the other part of the family, well, I can't say it to you because you're involved in the act. So that's why I think Ned just said, I think Benjen just said, I'm going to go to the wall, fuck this shit, because he was caught in a rock in a hard place and he was just going to like, fuck this. And it was absolutely out of loyalty and love for his family. But he felt more at ease at the wall than between the Starks, especially through that timeline. That's my opinion.
I think it's the other way around. I think he came back.
Of course you do, you troll.
I just think him and Ned had a very difference of opinion about what should stay quiet. Benjen was probably like, no, everybody needs to know. People need to know who the rightful king is. It's not right for you guys to keep it quiet. And Ned's like, no, I promised Lyanna we're going to keep it quiet. And Ben's like, no, you guys don't get to choose that. And Ned's like, well, I'm the lord of this house. You're going to the wall. And Benjen's like, fuck it. Okay, I'll go to the wall.
I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. Andy, what would you say? Like, I think if you put your hand, sorry, that's my ma there. Ma, say hello to these people. This is DJ. This is beautiful DJ.
Cheers, Ma.
Ah, look at that. You come for
Yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't my birthday, you wouldn't give a fuck. No, say every. No, you have to hear. It's my fucking birthday. Oh, don't give me that whiling talk shit. It's my birthday. Yeah? Come here. It's my fucking birthday. Come here.
That's your mother. Respect your mother.
Yeah, you are a bitch, yeah. So scream it poshly, yeah. Say DJ 11, what up?
I really know.
Just no, say DJ D and then J. What up?
DJ.
DJ, yeah.
Yes.
What up?
What?
What up?
Fuck off.
What do you mean, fuck off, man? You're supposed to say hello to Andy, Jax, and everyone else in the chat too.
I was gonna tell her to say, "I'm not your monkey. I'm not dancing on command."
She basically just told me to fuck off. So.
That's awesome. It's your
I was
mom.
trying, man. I was trying. Yeah, it's out of love. It was absolutely out of love. I was trying. So my mother is not Benjamin Cold Hands confirmed.
But what DJ said made me think of something. Weren't like she would have been closer with Benjamin, right? Because they're younger together, right?
Who, Liana?
Yeah.
Well, they stayed together when Ned went off to the Erie, so yeah.
So likely he could know a bit more just based on the relationship with Liana, too. I don't know. That's a good question.
How come Ricky says Benjen didn't want John to join the Night's Watch? So that kind of helps, I guess, with that theory a little bit, too. Like, he didn't want John to become the Night's Watch because he knew. He's like, I don't care about that. He's like, you might if you knew what it meant. When he's talking about not being able to have kids or wives or anything.
Yeah.
Benjen's like, no, you might give a shit if you knew what it meant. So Benjen knew everything. And like I said, I think that's why Ned sent him to the wall. Because of all that. Because, like I said, I think Benjen, like he was telling him not to come to the wall, he was like, the people should know. Everybody needs to know that you're the rightful king. So.
Yeah, but Ned would know, like, it's safer to not. Like, you know, Targaryens are safe at the wall. I could see that. Like, if you're trying to keep them safe, sending them alone is probably the best thing to do.
I can't make a great argument against that. As much as I call y'all's trolls to the left, to the right, I do the same, like with y'all. So I've no argument. I'm kind of in agreement on Benjen Ignorant Stark. Like, would that be his middle name? And I mean that as a compliment, not a diss. Like, I think we're all on that same page. Like, you know, it's like it's kind of ignorant. There's no ill will towards his actions. And you know, Moni has joined the chat. Salute Moni. And if you call me Tomo again, you know I'm a mod in this shit. Oh, ban the shit out of you. What's good, Moni? Salute. I'm joking. Never ban Moni. Moni's alright.
Moni's awesome. What are you talking about? Moni Badass.
Is that her name? Moni Badass? Are you? That's actually her name, isn't it? I just see the rest of Moni Badass. You humble bitch. Moni Badass. Who calls himself that? You fucking humble bitch.
I got an actual question for Moni and Jax. My girl was wondering, what do you know about Thunderpants?
The fuck?
Well, DJ, if it's from my experience, what I know about Thunderpants is they are shocking treads.
Look, getting your Thor jokes on.
Swag.
Ricky says, well, in Ned's mind, the Targaryens were done and the Baratheon line was now in effect, so he did not think Jon was the rightful king or anything like that. I disagree. And he knows Dany's out there. But he did help Robert take the throne and said his claim was better, so maybe he just felt that the kids don't need to try to rule because they'll just end up dead.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And you know, I have to put a punchline on the two Australian bitches here, which is BBM and Ricky, obviously. I'm sorry, can I just say, DJ, out of respect for your chat, absolute respect. You know, that's what I'm built on the foundations of. And Andy, how respectful I am to your opinion. No, I am really respectful to your opinion, but I'm being really sarcastic right now. And it's can the kangaroos in the chat, aka Jax and Moni, can y'all speak English and no Game of Thrones? Otherwise, you're getting banned for being a racist against science fiction. Like that's real talk. It's a serious issue, and nobody is tackling that online. And Moni, I say this from a distance because you're not on the same road I have to walk to work, so I'm pretty safe. I think they're kind of Australian underwear. My girl was wondering about them. I can do that shit, DJ. See, DJ, you can just fuck off for a minute. I have you covered. I got you. I can do that.
Oh, it could be. Hey, you know, not everybody's comfortable talking about women's underwear, so, you know, keep it to the...
That's not you. What? What the fuck?
He said, whoa. Jack says Ned Stark wore Thunderpants in episode 3.
And Moni says, if you were and I had a car, oh, watch out. Oh, right, right. Australia is off my visit list.
How much does a regular, like if you were to go to a bar, how much does a beer cost in Australia?
It costs 2 dingoes and a kangaroo, mate. With a side of a black widow that could sting you to death, mate.
You sound like an animalist now.
Well, yeah, that's the Australians. Where do you think they got their name from?
The Quiet Wolf thinks Benjen went to the wall to watch after the people Ned secretly sent to the wall after the war. I think Arthur Dane was Corin Halfhand, and I think it's possible Ned sent more people there. Interesting. I think Arthur Dane is Mance Rayder, so we're close to the same thoughts on that. Nicely done. PBM says, the fuck?
I think
Part of a sparrow. How does one obtain one of those?
I can't even. It's like George R. R. Martin had so many twists that he has people thinking the craziest shit. I don't even know what to say about it. Like, man, I don't know. It's brilliant on his part, really.
On whose part?
George R. R. Martin's. Like, you come up with such... Everybody comes up with the craziest shit because he had some, like, surprises and shit that people weren't expecting. And now, like, people are losing their minds. Well, all of us, really. Coming up with the crazy... Looking at every little detail and, like, this could possibly be this person. Or 500 other different people.
Well, yeah, he writes everything real gray. There's no black and white, so he leaves it all open for interpretation until he gives us more information. That's what makes it so fun. That's why I'm glad Game of Thrones isn't coming back for another year. It gives us a whole extra year to just talk crazy shit and try to figure shit out. It's like when it's over, it's over. So it's like, yeah, I'm glad. I don't really care one way or the other that it's pushed out in a whole other year. It's only going to be 6 episodes anyway. It's going to be here and gone before we know it.
Yep. And then we all go to the books like, fuck this shit. Give me the books. Give me the dogs. That's what J.R.R. Martin meant, man. That's what he fucking meant.
Oh, he's definitely going to wait, I think, for HBO to finish before he puts out When's a Winner. He's like, you guys have gone so far to the left. Just go ahead and do your thing, and then I'll show them the truth when it's all over.
I agree. And Jack says she's going for a shit. I understand Australian slang. She's going for a shit. So happy shits, Jack. So I don't know why you said that so bravado and honestly. But Jax, thanks for stopping in to DJ Woman. DJ Woman, the theorist, the crazy bastard who I don't agree with on most of his shit, but he's fucking hilarious and he brings depth to his shit. Now, DJ, now that I've done your promo, PayPal me that €10, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. You get my next super chat donation. Oh, be easy, Jax.
Are you shitting me? I'm not getting 1,000 fucking subs in a while, you cunt. I will never get that donation. You prick.
Let's all praise the savior of the North, Lyanna Mormont. Absolutely. Lyanna Mormont is the dopest character in the show. She is the all-time everything.
Ricky is saying that to piss Felicia off.
For sure.
I like his style, man. I like his style.
Oh, we keep it real around here. The little she-bear is the all-everything. We love a little Lyanna Mormont around these parts.
Yep.
That was the coldest
screen presence.
Oh, when Arya broke that out on Sansa and was like, oh, you just caved like a little nothing. It's like, what do you think Lyanna Mormont would have done? You think she would have just caved and turned on her family like that? I was like, oh, shit. That was the greatest.
For real. That was brilliant.
I'm so happy. There's no better person to take the. We know who we're talking about, Mr. Whitebeard Legend. Starts with a W. There's no better person to take his speech in that last season.
Oh, that was pretty sick.
And she probably said it better than he ever could. I know there's a lot of furious typing going on in the chat after that.
Wolf agreed.
Wyman Manderley's a bitch. Sorry,
Wyman
DJ.
Manderley is a chunky son of a gun who likes to make pies. Interesting pies.
Bitches like to make pies, so DJ Woman is a sexist. Hashtag it now on Twitter.
You're a big Stannis fan. What's going to happen when Stannis runs into the fat man?
Well, he's already sent Davos out. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but Davos isn't in the picture. Davos is on his way to Skagos.
Yeah, he's on to get Rick on. So I think there'll be a standstill until the arc finalizes.
No, because Roose Bolton's already sent him out. He sent the Freys out one gate and the Manderleys out another. They're going out to meet Stannis.
No, I think it'll be a standstill, though. I'm not saying no, like, you're completely right, but I'm saying this. I think it'll be a standstill because Stannis already has the plan with the plucking of the holes in the ice. He already has the portrait drawn. Do you know what I mean? Just waiting on the final touch. But he did not put Davos out with the Rick on shit. And Davos was obviously from Stannis. So I think they'll have an unspoken agreement, if that makes sense, because they obviously know Davos was sent by Stannis, and Davos has partaken upon that journey to save Rickon or bring him back.
Right, but like
because
Felicia,
the North remembers.
Yeah, Stannis thinks Manderley killed Davos. Still,
how do you know that? Is that factual? I don't think that's factual.
Well, how would Stannis know anything? How would he have been told what's going on with that? Because only the Manderleys and Wex and the one dude know about that plan. So how would Stannis have gotten that information?
I don't know if that question is to me or Felicia, because I don't fucking know.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm with Felicia on that. I'm like, Stannis doesn't know. Stannis still thinks that the Manderleys probably killed Davos. The word is all around Westeros that he killed, that the Manderleys killed Davos, chopped his head off, stuffed an onion in it, and put that and his shortened fingers up on the wall at White Harbor. So that's what everybody thinks. That's
Wait, it's actually wrote in it with the onions and shit, man. I have to go back and read my books. Like,
yeah, absolutely, that's in there, and that's what made Cersei believe that the Manderleys were actually on their side and not going to commit treason, and sent his son Wyman back. That's how he got his son back. And then he got his son back, and then that's when he finally released Davos out of the wolf den, and he's like, "Sorry for the farce that I had to play, but I had to get my boy back. But now here's this mission for you." Bring my liege lord back, and we'll back your king 100%.
Because the North remembers.
Because the North motherfucking remembers.
You said it better than me. Yeah, well done, DJ. I will not try now to you there. Well done. But I'm saying, if he could play such a farce, though, then obviously he could parlay that message to Stannis. Like, it's so easy to parlay. Go, look.
No, that's not easy, though. That's just it. And the Quiet Wolf is with you. She's saying that the Davos could have sent a Stannis a raven after he left White Harbor. No fucking way do they chance that information on something like that.
I don't think it's a raven, but I think that info, man, if you can make Frey pies and kind of keep that ambiguous, I think you're more savvy than you get credit for. So if they can do that, like they can do a lot of things.
Happy birthday, brother.
Cheers. Cheers to dead.
Oh, that's classic.
But I think they're more ambiguous. Like if they could get away with that, they could get away with law. So I could see them putting the message to Stannis through other means.
The only way they could get a message like that, you would have to send an actual writer. And if you sent a writer, I don't think they'd believe it. I mean, there's no way to make them believe it. Stannis would just think it's a trap. I don't think they'd believe something like that. They'd think he was getting double crossed. I don't think there's any way that Stannis has any idea that Davos is still alive in the books. I don't believe there is. But that's just my opinion.
I respect the fuck out of it. Respectively disagree as always, DJ. But you come with logic and depth, as I always say. I disagree with you respectably, if that makes sense. Oh, respectively, it's like you could be right and I could be wrong, and I could be right and you could be wrong. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
We don't
Ricky
know.
Hunt says, how come we don't have a scene where Stannis hears of Davos' supposed death? He would have gotten a raven from somewhere. Yeah, no, I think that's just common knowledge throughout Westeros at this point. Once they hung his shortened fingers and put the onion in his mouth and stuck him on the walls of White Harbor, that's basically every seaman that's going by is taking those tales everywhere they go. That's pretty juicy gossip right there. That the wannabe king's right-hand man, or his hand, just got. That would be pretty big news for back then.
All I can go off is if the Manderleys can pull off some amazing freight prize companies, industries, who side with the enemies, they can pull off a lot of things to let Stannis know that Davos is alive. That would be my answer. You underrate the Manderleys, to be honest.
But if they've done everything they had to do, they've entertained the phrase, they've supposedly killed Davos. I mean, they've done everything just to prove without a shadow of a doubt that they're 100% on the side of the throne. I don't know what back channels are really doing that Stannis would believe.
Because even on that notion that you just said, DJ, like that's it. It's like, if you have no common sense, you know what's going on. Davos ain't fucking dead. We sent him to get the real, like, just give the fucking King of the North speech. Just say the North remembers. That's all you have to say to Stannis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Stannis isn't from the North.
The North remembers. The North, Stannis knows the fucking North. The North remembers me. So here, if anything, you shit me. Stannis knows the North that much that Jon Snow took his whole story arc for season 6. That's how much Stannis knows the fucking North. He remembered seeing the giants, these fucking wildlings, you know, and he was like, we have to put padding on our fucking soldiers' feet, like, because they can't keep up. Stannis knows the North at this point. Let's not forget. If Manderley is on side with Stannis, it will be known. It will be sent. It will be done somehow. If the Manderleys can underline the Boltons and the Lannisters in control at this moment, and they can send Davos off, and Stannis is over there and he's kind of slowly winning the North over, that message, it's not really hard to send, in my opinion.
It seems like a pretty prevalent piece of information. Wouldn't they have told the readers about this meeting, about Stannis getting this?
Well, why would you tell the readers about that when obviously Davos is a Targaryen? By your logic, you couldn't. You didn't tell the readers about that. But wait, DJ, you didn't tell the readers about that, yet you believe that. So you're going to question me what they told the readers.
It's written, though. That's what I'm saying.
Get the fuck out of here. No.
They did tell the readers. Is it not written in the books?
No, they didn't. At what part in the books does it say that Davos is a Targaryen?
When it says that we know that Melisandre only sleeps with people with king's blood, and he kept waking up with leech bites all over him, and then Melisandre invited him to her chambers to show him ecstasy pleasures. I don't know. When I do math, 2 + 2 = 4.
Oh, I don't agree with your math. I'm going to message my Japanese friend about your math. Yeah, I trust them more. The fuck out there. If that can happen, right? If you're comparing that from leeches on that, then I still compare the argument of the Manderleys underlining the enemy with the North remembers, and the enemy is still unaware, and you're oblivious to not get that. Stannis would kind of be aware of that. Maybe some people in his army are bannermen, and they're all kind of close. They're all homies, and maybe that rings true. They did let someone kind of go. But they can't say it. It's one of them text messages you can't send. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's known. You don't have to send it. It's a secret kind of. We know. All right, we see what's going on.
Hey, Ricky Hunt's got your back. He says maybe Mel told Stannis that Davos were alive, except for Mel's not with Stannis right now, so that couldn't happen either. Unless maybe she saw it right before they split and told him. But yeah, I think we would have been told about that. But hey, that's a good one, Ricky. I mean, if we're looking for options, I guess that's one of them. I guess, yeah, once that's the problem with
DJ, this is Snafuzi, formerly known as ND, formerly known as Wator. It's like I just disagree with everything that you and Johnny said.
Let's
I'm
hear from
filling in for
Andy.
Andy,
What does
man.
Andy think about
Andy's
it?
quiet. I'm filling in for him, and he's quiet. I'm filling in for him.
I was just looking up something. Sorry.
What were you looking up, you cunt? Now, were you looking up Manderley and fucking Stannis? If you weren't, then fucking mute yourself again, you cunt.
No, I was looking up Witcher 3 mods.
You piece of shit.
My bad.
We're talking about Andy, right? Right. Andy's unbiased outlook, DJ. Unbiased to me or DJ's argument. Andy, what we're talking about is Manderley sent Davos to go save Rickon, but there's no way that Stannis would know that because apparently through the realm, they made a stitching and a dead body with an onion on top of it, which makes them declaring their loyalty to the Lannisters, the Boltons. So that declares them. And my argument with DJ is that Stannis would fucking be aware of that shit. And DJ's argument is it's hard to fucking be aware of that because you can't send ravens. So what's your opinion on that? Stannis and Wyman Manderley meet. How does that go?
You think that he tells him about it? Like, hey, I didn't kill him. He's like over here. Because Stannis is going to give him the chance. He's not going to cut him down right there, right? So he would have a chance to explain himself.
I agree, but DJ was saying it's scouts, wasn't it? It was scouts that were sent out. Like,
No,
it's not Wyman and Stannis. But it's not Wyman and Stannis meeting.
Their whole armies are being filed out. They kicked all the Manderleys and all the Freys out of Winterfell. They were fighting too much. It was already too crowded. There's already going to be a shortage on food. Winter is coming, and basically those guys are at each other's throat every night. So Bolton just killed like 5 birds with one stone and sent the Freys out one gate and the Manderleys out another, and basically kicked their entire forces out. Which wasn't the smartest thing to do because the Manderleys brought hell of food with them. They're ready to strap in for a minute.
I agree with that.
You know, the fat man brought silos of food.
We all know that Wyman absolutely appreciates what the Starks did for their family to give them, the moat. Like, they are the moat, the entrance to the north. Like, he gave them the liege to that house, the Manderleys. Like, am I wrong saying that? I was like, from what I remember, not Ned, but the Starks in general gave the Manderleys the opening to the north. It's like, you're a part, you're the mouth of the north kind of thing. And that's why Wyman Manderley kind of has a soft spot for the Starks, because the north remembers. Am I wrong saying that?
No, not at all. Just want to give a shout out to Ricky Hunt. He says he's got to go, but he thanks us for the stream and gives Johnny one more big happy birthday. Have a good one. Take care, Ricky.
Respect, Ricky, man. Respect. Thank you, DJ, for reading that fucking shit out so I can say respect, though, Ricky, man. Muchos gracias, my friend. I'm not Spanish, but if you can pretend I'm Spanish for a minute, muchos gracias. So, Ricky osos, handy osos. You be easy, brother. And one love.
So, Andy, you're under the impression that you don't believe that Stannis knows yet? Because that's what me and Johnny were kind of going back and forth on. I think there's no way Stannis can have any idea that Davos is alive. And Johnny thinks he's absolutely informed that he's alive. What do you think about that?
I don't think that he knows. Like, he probably doesn't know. Because I just don't know how he could know. That's what I'm saying. Like, how would he know? Where did he get that information from? I guess if maybe they send a rider out in the night, but I don't know. I just don't think that he would know that.
DJ, can you ban Andy from the chat for a minute?
Can I what? Pan away from the chat?
Yeah, if you right click on Andy's name and then click eject. We can continue.
He's agreeing with me. No way. He's staying. Quiet Wolf says it seems
No,
like
I get it. No. I respect it, though. I respect that. A rider in the night is a good conclusion, though, DJ. What would you say against that?
that the Stannis has lookouts, and if a rider in the night came, it'd basically be one more horse for meat for people to eat because they're out there starving.
Yeah, but
Stannis would hear him out.
But he would hear him out. Like, that's the thing. Like, if the Manderleys were like, hey, we are going to support anybody that's going to go against the Boltons. So we're going to help out
Right.
Stannis. They're good.
And I get that, but I was just saying I would think Stannis would be so wary of anybody coming in saying something like that until he sees Davos with his own eyes, he would just think it's a trick or it's folly. I don't think he'd buy it if it was just an outrider. Maybe if Manderley came to him himself, the Lord of White Harbor came to him himself and actually said that, and like, hey, the reason I couldn't come was da-di-da-di-da. But I don't see how those two get face-to-face because the Freys are coming too, and supposedly the Freys are them. I think what's going to happen, and the way he's going to be able to prove it, is the Freys, they're going to act like the Freys and Manderleys are both attacking Stannis, and when the Freys go to attack, the Manderleys are going to surround them, and Stannis will be getting them from the front, and the Manderleys will be getting them from behind, and they're going to surround and kill the Freys. That's what I think is going to happen.
That would be good, but it's Stannis. Like, is Stannis going to stop at the Freys, even if the Manderleys help him?
Well, yeah, if he sees that that's how they're winning, that the Manderleys are coming from the back and actually helping them fight, and they're killing these people with them, that's definitely going to go a long way with buying their story.
Do you think, DJ, like, you know where the show put out and then Littlefinger and the Vale kind of came in as ex machina, whatever way you fucking phrase that?
Ex machina?
Machina. You can see I'm still not up on that fucking term. But I'm saying is, do you think in the books like that works with the Manderleys backing up Stannis in the fight? You know, Stannis is Jon Snow and all surrounded, and then the Manderleys are the Vale. You know, that kind of twist. Is that what you were saying? You know,
yeah. Absolutely. Like they do the parallels, show the book. Yes, definitely.
And that'd be awesome, man. That'd be awesome, man. And maybe that's where he twisted the names. And the Quiet Wolf says in the chat there, he says, it seems like the Umbers and the Manderleys are working together. So I think it's possible the Umbers know about Davos, and Mor's Umber is on Stannis' side versus the Boltons.
Yeah, the Quiet Wolf's been on your side this whole time. She definitely thinks that Stannis knows.
Yeah, can we give a wrench to the Quiet Wolf and eject Stannis from the conversation?
Do we see like what Felicia said?
That's my opinion.
If
it disagrees with me, I don't read
There's a line where Stannis says something like, I send my hand to talk with the Manderley, and he put his hand on a pike.
DJ, do we give our 30-second timeout or 60-second timeout?
I mean, he says something like that, yeah, when he's getting all mad. When he's talking about Sir Too Fat to Sit a Horse, couldn't come to me, and then I sent my hand to talk treat with him, and he ends up killing him, basically, yeah.
So wouldn't that suggest that he does not know?
You're right, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No, y'all don't know what you're talking about. Can someone back me?
And when they say the Quiet Wolf is saying the Umbers and the Manderleys are working together, the Umbers are a split force right now. So yeah, half of them might be, but the Umbers are working against each other right now too.
DJ and Andy, can we just read the Quiet Wolf's comment on nobody else's, please? I would really appreciate that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Umbers are too much fighting. I don't think they got the ones that are on Stannis' side or outside the right outside the walls. I don't think they know that Davos is alive or not. They just been doing their thing, attacking Winterfell since it happened.
It's a great question, BBM. I'm sorry, I'm reading his emojis. BBM, I appreciate your intellect into this conversation. BBM's like, I'm a show watching, motherfucker. Soundbite that, DJ, yeah? Soundbite that off my dick.
BBM also said he thinks Stannis is going to die saving Dany in the books.
Well, BBM is a Cersei fan, so... Fuck you, BBM, yeah? With love and respect, my friend. Fuck you.
With love and respect. Fuck you.
Fuck you. BBM's me homie, but fuck you on that. It's can we give a 30-second timeout to OTDA, please, in the chat? He's not
Uber.
He's not saying anything that contributes to my point. So can we please give him a timeout?
OTDA, better get on that Jonnie tip. He's like, where's my back?
Yep. And I know I'm blue now. DJ, you want to blow up Jonnie Indie tunes? That's where I really get feisty. But, no, respect them. It was a great question, to be honest with you, because I think it's I have faith in Stannis. That's where my answer is coming from. I can't give you a factual answer. I can only give you a hypothesis. So Great question, man. Great question.
It is kind of a good one. Like, does he know or not? I don't think so. I would bet no, but yeah, you never know. There's a possibility. There is a possibility. Maybe they set up a back channel. Like, hey, if something happens or whatever, this will happen, or I'll send this message. Maybe they have a secret code to let them know what's going on. Who knows?
DJ and Andy, we just got the secret code in the chat. Look, the Quiet Wolf has said something, and I'm confident about this. I think almost every house in the north is conspiring versus the Boltons. The Umbers are doing what they need to do to keep the Great John alive. I said that beautifully, man. I should read poetry when I'm drunk as fuck and need to sleep. Amazing. Uber. Uber eats is life.
So the Boltons are the ones who still have Great John Umber?
I thought Great John Umber was kind of like blackfished. You didn't know if he was dead or not.
Yeah, kind of the Red Wedding. You remember he flipped over a table and he made his way to the front door, but then guards came through the front door. And I don't know if they said anything.
But because I know small John Umber, he got his head chopped off. It took 2 swings because he flipped the table to help Rob. If I remember, wasn't it? He flipped the tables when the archers were swinging, and he was there to help Rob. And he died helping Rob.
Because that was.
I thought that was small John.
You might. I thought that was the Great John, and the whole thing of the Great John being there was it was like 2 of the Frey's jobs to outdrink him and get him drunk, and they couldn't do it. They were all shithoused, and he was still going. Because that's how they knew he was going to be a problem, so they're trying to get him wasted. But I don't think
I'll have to reread that, DJ. I can only go ferociously at you with love and respect in a debate when I'm 100%. I'm not 100% on it.
The funny thing is,
I thought it was small John Umber that flipped tables, and he got his, like, it took 2 swings to get his head chopped off. And I thought the Great John was he was gone like Blackfish. He just kind of like disappeared.
The greatest thing about this is I remember we specifically had this debate like 2 years ago. And there's so much shit in this, I can't even remember, because I did go back and read that. Now I can't even remember what.
I feel bad. I'm like, it's like scoring the same goal twice.
Oh.
How did he do it? That's how I feel.
All those ships together, so I think I'm
gonna save this replay.
The Umbers were part of making the Manderley ships? I don't remember that. I know the Manderleys are building that force, but I didn't know the Umbers were helping with that.
Can we talk the real talk? Uber Eats is Azor.
Uber Eats is Azor High.
I think that's a good argument. If it was on fucking context and concept, you fucking High Sparrow motherfucker.
The High Sparrow lives. The High Sparrow, is that not if there was one character that just literally, I mean, we love our villains, we love our heroes, but if there's one character that you just, if you could, you would have just jumped through the screen, just slit their throat and jumped back out just to be done with it, who would it have been?
DJ, that's an amazing question, man.
Do we get to do it at any point in time?
Any point in time in the story, yeah.
Go ahead,
Andy, as I said, ladies first. So do you think I should go first? No, Andy, fuck off. Andy, you go first. No, Andy, you been chilled, man. Like the mic is yours, my friend.
If I was gonna go back and kill anybody at any point in time, I would probably. I mean, I have some pretty hated people, but I like the Starks as a whole, so I would go back and kill Littlefinger. Like, before shit even happened.
Oh, good choice.
Get the Littlefinger before he can cause all those problems.
Yeah.
What a shitty book series, then, eh?
Yeah, well, I'm not saying I want to read the book after I go kill him. I just...
No, I get you, Andy. I get you. I'm just jealous your answer is better than mine. That's all.
Felicia says, phrase to gloat over, and the phrase, has the Red Wedding been forgotten? It's awesome.
DJ, what about you?
And then Felicia says, yet now he wields that sword for Bolton. I sent my Onion Lord to treat with him, and Lord Too Fat butchered him and mounted his head and hands on the walls of White Harbor. Pretty much exactly what I said. Boom. Me?
Yeah, Team Stannis, shut the fuck up, Felicia and DJ. Get to the question. DJ, keep up with the question, yeah? Felicia, keep up with the question. Stop speaking logic.
Yeah.
The Quiet Wolf already smashed you.
I mean, I want to think that, you'd want to jump in to save Theon because, I mean, he was wrong, but damn it, man, holy shit. But truth be told, I think just the way that people that are crazy hyper-religious rub me the wrong way, it'd probably have to be the Sparrow. There's so many times I wanted to put my foot through the TV when the Red Sparrow was talking. It was like, well, somebody just killed this man already. Oh, he drove me nuts with his pious fucking bullshit. Oh my God. I really wanted him to die. So I'd have to say the High Sparrow.
Can I give a two-way answer? The first one is kind of funny, but I mean it. And the second one is the actual probably answer. The High Sparrow is a great one. The High Sparrow and Littlefinger, like they're top ones because the High Sparrow manipulates people. Do you know the ironic part between both of y'all's choices is both of these people y'all have chose to get away from the Game of Thrones is manipulative people. And do you know that when Stannis was running to King's Landing to take over, most of the manipulative people wanted to get the fuck out? I'm just saying. Interesting fact. Littlefinger, Varys, High Sparrow wouldn't get to where he was if Stannis was there. Just saying.
Oh, he would have snipped that shit in the bud quick.
I would choose the boar that killed Robert as one. What a piece of shit, man. I wish I could kill that boar before he touched Robert. Because imagine how shit would have turned out. Everything would have been amazing. It would have been probably a PG story, wouldn't it? Because that's how gangster Robert is. Like, Robert's a fully horse. But Robert in charge, Ned would have, like, eventually there would have been a rebellion or some kind of crazy war. But Ned would not have lost his head. The Red Wedding would not have happened because he's in control of all these coordinates and he's biased to them. So it would be the boar. And second, the real choice, if I had to choose a person, it's kind of like if I could hire a faceless man. Isn't that what it is? Or woman. I'm not sexist. To pick one at any time. And whom I would pick in that time? I would pick the Mad King, Aerys, just before him and just before Rhaegar and Lyanna. As much as I dislike Rhaegar, I am a fair, unbiased man. But I'm very biased, so I'm lying. But I'm curious. I'm very curious. I would like to see if a faceless man killed the King Aerys, like when he was in the midst of his madness, before war could take over in Civil War, so Rhaegar could come in, and I would like to see Rhaegar as this king that people say he is. So it would be the Mad King Aerys or the boar that killed Robert, and they would be my choices.
So if you wanted to kill Mad King Aerys, you're saying that Rhaegar would have been a great king, and that's who you'd like to
I didn't say that. You're
basically saying Rhaegar is the greatest.
I said I'm curious to see how he would run shit. I said I'm curious to see how he would run shit.
Because deep down,
he has all this hype.
Man.
No, because he has all this hype. I'm like I'd be curious to see this hype unfold.
It would still probably be an interesting book.
Yep,
I mean, I imagine.
Okay. I'm just not biased like DJ. Anything with a dragon, dick in the mouth. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, yeah. Dragons are the greatest. Jet setters for life. Let's get it.
DJ Timberlake, dragon in the box. You know what I'm saying?
There is nothing wrong with it. Oh yes. And just real quick, back to BBM. I was saying, let's be clear to everybody. I love religious people are great. It's the overpious ones that are in your face saying, I'm right, you're wrong. And everyone who doesn't believe what I believe needs to die and go to the dark place. Those are the ones I can't stand. Like, get the fuck out of my face. Nobody knows the truth.
And can I just say, DJ, seeing as DJ is missing comments here, BBM, I have you, my homie. Jonnie the legend. Just in case my mic isn't working. Jonnie the legend. As Robert died after the war, yeah? The one true Robert could still kill a boar, prime or not. The BBM, if you're throwing shade at me, that looks like an amazing compliment. So I thank you. That was amazing.
So do you think it's Sir Barristan's fault about everything? You think basically he should be punished because if it wasn't for him stepping out of the way and not letting that boar kill Robert, things would have been better?
Well, you could put the same thing on why did Ned hate Jamie because Jamie sat on the fucking throne first. You know, if we're all doing these what ifs, you know, there's a hell of a lot of what ifs. No, I believe Robert is stupid, but he's stupidly honest. And that's one thing I like about him. He's stupidly honest.
Well, let's go back to what you're saying. Ned hates Jamie because he sat on it first and didn't keep it. What do you think Ned would have let? I mean, Ned came into the room basically saying, "Get your ass off that seat" with sword in hand. Do you think Ned would have let Jamie sit on that seat if he tried to keep it?
I think Ned had a chip on his shoulder and he entered the room where his father and older brother was killed. And I think he had feelings that he never got over in that room, regardless who was sitting on that throne. And it just so happened to be Jamie. So Ned just paints Jamie's face with everything that was horrible that was portrayed in that visual to him. And I think Jamie should be given credit for what he did. But it is what it is. That would be my answer.
Do you think go ahead, Andy.
Wouldn't it like matter how, like, if you're Ned and you're coming in and you know this guy broke his oath, the only way I see Jamie sitting on, hold on, I gotta move this down. The only way I see Jamie sitting on the throne is something like with his feet on the edge and shit, like. And then Ned comes in and sees Jamie like chilling back like this, and he's like, "This motherfucker right here."
And you know, Ned just told the people that's how it was when it wasn't. I'm sure it wasn't. And you know, Ned being a dick, like he totally just said that as you visualized it there. Nice feet.
Yeah,
we agree. Ned had salt for the Lannisters when he should have had salt for the Mad King. And he just blamed whoever sat on that throne. Ned would have blamed if it wasn't Robert. That's my opinion there.
I have another question about that same scenario, but real quick, we got BBM Q&A. Which Oreo is better, the original double stuff or triple stuff? I just have to say that just squash all those and just go straight to the mega stuff. I saw that in the store. I was like, how has no one ever told me about these? They were the greatest. They're evil. So actually don't even go get them because they're too great. You'll be absolutely addicted for about 3 months and they're hard to put down. But if you have to do it, there's just no other way to go than the mega stuff Oreos. So dope.
My answer to that question is BBM. It's a very racist question and I'm not done with racism, so I have no answer.
So back to the throne room. Ned is Ned, just got out of war, whooping ass with Robert all the way through everybody, killed everybody, made his way to the throne room even before Robert. Robert's fucked off in the field. He's even hurt. But sick Ned made his way through all these battles, all these wars, and he walks in with ice into the throne room and sees Jamie sitting there on the thing and says, "Get your ass off that seat." What if Jamie says, "No, I'm not gonna. Let's do this." And they step. Who wins that sword fight?
Oh, Jamie easily, man. I thought you were going to ask a hard question.
Easily. There's no way it's easy anything, but I knew you would say that. All right, Andy. What do you think?
Then you set me up, you prick. Just like Ned.
I think Jamie probably wins, but I don't know. Is he feeling something? Even though Jamie has like this hard exterior and he did it for the right reasons, he has to feel somewhat bad about, breaking that oath and killing the king. And maybe that's weighing on him mentally, and that gives Ned the edge to where he could possibly win.
Yeah, but Andy, you have to bet your life on it. Who wins, man? Don't try and fucking out-troll me. Andy's trying to find a reason for Ned to win. That means that Jamie smashes him.
The one true David says it's a wrap for Ned.
And you're saying that Ned has ice. So definitely Jamie
And
wins if he has a fucking big old broadsword. You know,
I don't know. Maybe he's able to keep it back. Yeah, who knows?
If Jamie's gonna be like Zorro and shit, carving Z's into someone's shirt or in Ned's shirt.
I don't know. I think Ned comes into that throne room, like Johnny was saying earlier, feeling some kind of way about his dad and brother being killed in here. And we already saw him take on Jamie when he wasn't even really ready to fight outside the brothel. And if it wasn't for one of Jamie's men stabbing him in the back of the leg, old Ned was holding his own. And he was like fat and old and out of shape. Back in the day when he came in, that was 17 years ago. Old Ned was young and in shape and still doing things. So I don't think it's quite the rap everybody's saying it is. I think Ned does what he does.
But DJ, you have to bet your life. You have to bet it's not DJ. We know DJ is used to fucking gambling and hustling Asian people. If you know DJ, that's why he's not been around on other channels as of late. So DJ, from you hustling Asians, say they put a card of Ned and a card of fucking Jamie, and you have to pick one. Who'd you fucking pick? Both in their prime, both at their best. They're at the best. We have the laughing knight under this belt. We have Ned. Well, to be fair, we have. I think you could put fucking Howlin' Reed over Ned on that win. So just put Ned's.
You think Howlin' Reed takes out Ned?
No, I was talking. It was an Arthur Dane joke. Yeah. Ned does not claim that win. It was like, if you look at all this, you have to pick a card, DJ. Right, DJ. I'm not asking you for an argument here. I'm just saying you have to pick a card for who wins. Ned in his prime, Jamie in his prime. You have to pick a fucking card. And I'm not asking for your crazy theory about how Ned's left testicle has the fucking Arthur Dane bloodline in it. So that's why maybe Ned can defend himself. I'm asking you to pick a card. Ned, Jamie, both in their prime.
Oh, boy.
You're saying it like it's hard. You're a fucking troll.
No, dude, Ned held his own against Arthur Dane not too long after this. I mean, he left this room.
He held his own. He was holding off defeat twice.
He was holding his own against the best to ever do it.
And who was the understudy of the best?
There was a few.
You were fucking trolling me. You were an absolute troll.
Jamie was never Arthur Dane's squire.
Understudy. That's why I specifically chose the words understudy. Watch his movements closest around him. DJ, right, we all know that DJ is picking Jamie for this, but just me and Andy is on this panel, so we can't say it because we said it.
So to make it easier, if you had to pick the 5 best people, if you were going one-on-one combat, right? And if your 5 people all lose to any other person in one-on-one combat, you die, right? Who are the 5 people you pick? Ned Stark's probably not one of them, but Jamie Lannister probably is.
It's a good question.
Like, even if you're not saying Jamie's the best, you're picking like Barristan Selmy and Arthur Dane, and Jamie Lannister is somewhere in there.
I don't know. I think Quiet Wolf has it right.
DJ is about to say Bell Walls, man. DJ, if you say Bell Walls over Jamie, we'll come to America and we fight.
Bell Walls will fuck him up, dude. Bell Walls will slap his chest and get another mark on his fucking fat belly and tear him up. Bell Walls don't mess around.
Read the Quiet Wolf because she is amazing with her points, especially when she agrees with me. And then you answer the fucking question.
Yeah, I agree. The Quiet Wolf says we need to know how the Tower of Joy plays out in the books to know how good Ned really is. I think that's all she said.
And now you have to answer the question.
Oh, yeah, Jamie, I mean, Ned in his prime, man. I mean, you just kind of I think he gets overlooked. I think he's the most underrated swordsman in the realm.
DJ, that's amazing. But hurry back, DA. DJ, that's amazing though. But can you tell us your top 5 players and stop monologuing around it?
Are they alive? Top 5 alive or just in the book ever?
Anyone. And you know what's gonna happen, Andy? He's gonna make a list of people we don't fucking know.
He's gonna be like Aegon the Conqueror, Sir Duncan the Tall.
No, wait, Daemon the Dragon Knight. I mean, you gotta go back. You got to take it back to the original holder of Lady Forlorn. He was a
Ari. Do you know what? Let's go back. Robert's Rebellion. Top 5 fighters.
Top 5 fighters in Robert's Rebellion. Barristan Selmy, Arthur Dane wasn't even in the rebellion, so they don't even count, I guess. So
Just that time frame, I think he's saying like that.
Yeah.
That
so many rules, so many oaths. How is one to keep going?
Yeah, I know you were. But then would Ned finish ahead of Jamie on that list regardless? That's the point.
And Quiet Wolf is saying, just for the record, I am a guy.
That's the DJ Quiet Wolf. He's been calling you.
That's awesome.
DJ, do you want to reply to that?
DJ said, well, maybe if you spoke up, we don't know that earlier.
It's like, I got the Quiet Wolf twisted because I was like, isn't the Quiet Wolf the one who hung out with Nan and all them? I thought the Quiet Wolf was a lady. So yeah, I am way off. I am so sorry. I got you mixed up with somebody else. Sitting here talking to somebody I don't even know who I'm talking to.
Quiet Wolf. That's a brilliant name then. Like Quiet Wolf. You let that go on for however long we've been on the air, right? He's been calling
It's the quiet one.
A woman.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Andy. I was calling the Quiet Wolf a whore just off DJ's base because I thought it was the DJ's homie, so I'm gonna roll with the respect. DJ and Quiet Wolf, welcome to my fails reel.
Oh yeah, I was totally spacing because I was thinking of Sword in the Darkness. I was totally thinking you were Sword in the Darkness this whole time. My bad, homie. Woo!
Because Sword in the Darkness and the Quiet Wolf, like I can see the similarities between them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure they look like identical. I've been drinking and puffing all day. I was totally like, wait a minute, that's not.
No, answer the fucking question about Ned and Jamie, you dodging bastard.
No, let's talk about the Quiet Wolf some more. Like, I haven't had an epic
Quiet Wolf,
fail
that's
like
what they call Ned Stark, isn't it? That's what they call Ned Stark, isn't it? The Quiet Wolf.
He is the Quiet Wolf because he's one of the greatest, and people always underestimate him. Always underestimate him.
DJ, I know when you're bullshitting. DJ, yeah, you're like Pinocchio, except your nostrils kind of flare up a little bit when you're trying to believe your own bullshit.
So we're sitting there going, we got this war going on. All these great swordsmen are just fucked off. Rhaegar's dead. Robert's so hurt he can't even move. Sir Barristan gets so fucked off that Robert has to send his maester over to save him.
Andy, he's on that.
Who walks away unscathed?
That wasn't the question.
Who walked away unscathed?
Andy, do you see DJ? Do you see DJ just trying to manipulate shit there? That wasn't the question.
Ned Stark, doesn't that automatically mean he's got to be the best? He's the only one that walks out of that unscathed. So I'm going to go Ned Stark #1.
Jamie, you don't even believe that. That's why you're looking away, scratching your chin. You're like, I can't even believe this shit coming out of my mouth.
I'm telling you, all these other pimps got messed off, screwed off, and Ned just walked through like it was all good, unscathed, ready to go.
But we're talking about a one-on-one. Like maybe Ned's like a coward, and he like hopped off his horse and ran off the battle, and he's like hiding behind a tree, and then it's over, and then he comes running back out and gets on his horse like, oh, so exhausted. Let me go to King's Landing for you.
I don't know about that. Take care, Iris. Thanks for stopping in. So glad you came by.
Yes.
We're talking, I'll tell you
about getting Sword and the Quiet Wolf mixed up. That's funny. That was going back to some old trivia days, getting the two names mixed up. That's funny.
DJ, can you read what the Quiet Wolf says there as a stroking your ego for a second?
Yes, the Quiet Wolf is the alias Mira gives Ned during the night of the Laughing Tree story. Arthur Dane is the Knight of the Laughing Tree.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
He put on some mismatched armor so nobody knew who it was, and he went out there and he just donked these fools off real quick for Lyanna because he's actually the one who's in love with Lyanna, and basically they got together and had a Jon Snow, and that's why that Arthur Dane was there. And it says right when they pull up, right when Ned and his little entourage pull up to the Tower of the Joy, the first thing they say is Arthur Dane is sitting there with a sad smile on his lips. Now, why would he have a sad smile upon his lips other than that basically he knows he got to watch his son be born but won't be there to watch him grow up?
DJ goes to a circus and then tries to convince people it's a political debate.
I don't even get it. Like, I don't even understand that point. We're going back to you are making Ned Stark a way better fighter. If he has a sad face because he knows he's gonna die. If I'm Arthur Dane and I got 2 other people with me and Ned comes up with 7 people, I think I'm winning that too. I'm not thinking I'm not gonna survive. It's Arthur Dane, the greatest swordsman. I mean, if I'm picking people on my top 5, which you have avoided, Arthur Dane's in there.
And yeah, Andy, is Jamie Lannister in there? Just
Jamie Lannister, Robert Baratheon, Barristan Selmy. Like, especially in that time frame, I got one more person I gotta think who.
Give it to Ariel Hotab because he got dropped horribly from.
I'm gonna go just a basic good top 5, and I'm gonna put maybe the Blackfish in there even.
Oh, nice. So, DJ, now that Andy was courteous to give his lift. Yeah, I'm out of the game. I'm gonna hear this answer. I'm gonna get this answer, and then I'm gonna go blip blip. Yeah, I'm bedworthy. Then I'm gonna go to bed. DJ, can you answer the same question that Andy just answered there, please? I want to hear it.
Did I say Robert? I think I forgot to say Robert Baratheon.
No, you said Robert. Yeah, you got
right.
Robbie in there. You got him. DJ is on Google trying to Google everybody but Jamie.
Trying to Google everybody but Jamie. So we want to know the top 5. I mean, is Mance Rayder Arthur Dane? So I guess I'm taking Mance Rayder because he is Arthur Dane. So Mance Rayder is 1. Because we already know.
I'm going to bed. Right? Andy texts me his answer tomorrow. Yeah. I'm going to bed.
You already know that Jon Snow's supposed to be. They say Jon Snow is one of the greatest fighters in all the Westeros, and Arthur Dane Mance Rayder just whooped his ass all over the yard like he was nothing. So doesn't he automatically have to be one of the best?
DJ, I'm going to bed. Thank you for hosting the stream. I appreciate you, Andy. Andy, text me the answer tomorrow, please. One love though, DJ. Thank you for hosting it, and thank you, BBM, for the happy birthday. Muchos gracias, and everybody else who said it as well. And Andy, I appreciate little celebrations above the top of your stream. I see that, man. It's absolute humble. Whoa! I hit me nose off me fucking mic there. That's how into it I was getting. But it's absolute humble love to Andy, humble love to DJ for hosting it, and humble love to y'all like DA, Felicia, the quiet wolf who's a male and has a penis, DJ, and one love to everybody who stopped in and had a laugh. Be easy, and thank you for the invite, DJ, and the beautiful chat. And Andy, can you message me the results tomorrow, please?
No way. This is your birthday stream. If the birthday boy's gone, we got you. Wrap it.
No, you have to. No. I give you permission to answer the fucking question.
Oh. The Cobra that fought Damon Blackfire, Mance Rayder, Barristan Selmy, and Ned motherfucking Stark.
You're dead. Like, my team's smoking your team.
Like I said,
I really agree with Andy, DJ, but that's a walk, mate.
Oh, that's a badass team right there.
If you have Ned Stark as number 5 too, I'm pretty excited about that. And then all my people need to know is, we just got to make it to number 5 and we can relax.
Oh yeah, I need to switch one up. Yeah, it's Quiet Wolf is in there. Barristan, Drogo. How do I not put Khal Drogo in there? He's in there for sure.
That's because you're a piece of shit, DJ. Trying to avoid the question that fucking Ned is shitter than Jamie.
Ned whooped Jamie's ass. Ned told Jamie to get his ass up off the seat, and Jamie got up off the seat.
Yeah, Andy, tell me his proper answer tomorrow. Yeah, I respect DJ too much to even question him right now. He's just trying to troll. So, Andy, if you get a reasonable answer from DJ of logic, I'd appreciate it. Jamie smashes Ned. Let's not fuck around. One love though, y'all. One love. Absolute serious one love. Bullshit.
Absolutely. Everybody say happy birthday to Johnny. My man's out of here. It's his birthday today, all day. 420. What a great day to have a birthday. So we wanted to light this
smoke weed.
And I know, don't even smoke weed, but yet it's a green day, so you can drink green Irish beer on that day. Or at least beer out of a green bottle.
That's DJ's way of putting me in the box and saying fuck off. Thanks. I appreciate that. No, but please, DJ, continue to stream and talking to shit, man, because it was great, man. It was great. I thank you for it. I had a great laugh at the bar. I get to come home and be geeky and talk Game of Thrones, crazy shit with people who have great insights, whether I agree or not. It's okay if I'm always right, and I appreciate you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, brother. We'll definitely be talking to you soon. Wanted to get this one ripping and running, and yeah, glad we got to get you on here. And my God, for having drinks on your birthday, you are way too fucking coherent, might I say. Way too coherent tonight.
Well, it's not 21, it's 31.
The man can hold his mud. He said I'm 31.
No, what Andy says. I agree with DJ. Don't repeat what he said. I agree with what you were saying. I appreciate your help, minus Andy's comment. No, but cheers, Andy, as well. There was a bit of love in Andy's comment prior to that, which I heard. So cheers to that. And Felicia, thanks as well. DJ, thank you for having me. And I'm bouncing, but please keep the stream going because the Game of Thrones chat, the logic, the insight, the disagreements, the agreements, it's fucking beautiful. Please don't change your fucking thing. It's amazing. So Andy, forward me his real answers tomorrow.
I'm just going to go with OTDA. He says Loras, Renly, Sir Dantos, Maester Lewin, and Balin Greyjoy. There you go. Done and done.
Yeah, well, DA, yeah. David Adams, yeah. Come here, you. Before I go, yeah, come here, you. Now I have a hit on your fucking name, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. We were gonna do this for Johnny. It's been 3 hours. We're gonna wrap it up because I do want to come back on here and we'll be doing it again because I freaking love live streaming and yeah, been having a blast. Gonna be doing it more and more. Especially love it when these cats come on and we're gonna be talking Game of Thrones all summer long. So I want to thank everybody for coming by. I want to give a great shout out to Johnny, the motherfucking Irishman. Happy birthday. Let Andy do a quick sign off, and we're gonna wrap this one up. And fuck, tomorrow's Friday. You never know what'll happen. Maybe.
We'll you supposed to go before you done the outro, you fucking professional prick.
Nobody gets out. Andy, where can they watch Witcher at? Play Witcher.
Snafu_Z. But until I beat God of War, I probably won't be doing another Witcher stream until after that. But that shouldn't take too long. It's a God of War game. So I don't know how many hours go into it. But I'm going to be doing that for probably a week. And maybe I'll do a Witcher. So I got to go back on my word that I'm not going to do Witcher. Because I found all these freaking mods. I got to try out all the mods. So right on. Just catch me there. And Westworld. I mean, I'm sure somebody's going to do a Westworld stream. And I'll probably try to hop in on that.
100%, my friend.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, we'll definitely be talking to everybody soon, and who knows, maybe even tomorrow night we'll fire up another one. And until then, everybody have a great one, and game on.